Right to be called New York City's best in high school football. The fans started arriving here at Midwood early this morning. The emotions run high. It's all at stake today. The city championship in high school football in New York. We're at the Midwood High School Athletic Complex to see the PSAL Football Championship. The 11-0 Canarsie Chiefs rated number 2, battling the 11-0 Tottenville Pirates, ranked number 1. Hello again, everyone. I'm Rick Benjamin, joined by former Giants great Howard Cross. Great to be with you on a real football Saturday. The weather feels like a championship ought to be at stake. And, Howard, we've got two teams that don't really care much for each other.
Hey, you know what? You got two teams playing for the city championship. And that's right, Rick. Nobody likes each other. You got one team run and shoot. There's one of the teams that say you're overrated. You got one team that runs the ball. Like, we don't care if you run the ball all day. We're going to throw the ball no matter what happens.
Let's talk about Canarsie. They are 11-0, ranked number 2. They're primarily a rushing team. Their sophomore tailback is really a guy to talk about.
You know what? A sophomore is right, but Jamal Schultz is something to watch. This kid's a small guy, but you got to watch him this time. He's averaging over 9 yards a carry, 1,500 yards on the season. He's going to do some great things. This kid's got the great running ability that you like to see in a running back. Look at him here as he goes off the left side. Looks great, shoulders forward. And here is the part that you really love, power. Look at him getting hit. Yards after contact. You want that out of a running back, and he has it.
Certainly has great instinct running in the middle. Now, as far as Tottenville is concerned, they're a passing team. They use the run and shoot.
Hey, Frank Messina is the point guard of the football team. He's also the starting point guard on the basketball team. But Messina's going to do a great job running this run and shoot. You see it in the NFL in 3rd down, 4th down, 2 minutes. They run their 2-minute offense the entire game. That's what the run and shoot is all about.
He was perfect last week, 13 for 13 passing in their semifinal playoff victory. Two teams that are undefeated, looking for a city championship. Tottenville's won it once before. Canarsie's never been to this game and won it. We'll be back for the kickoff right after this. Canarsie, Tottenville. Howard Cross, the emotions are running high here.
And you know what? It's going to be really exciting. These guys, both teams, man, beforehand, the coaches get a little trash talk. What's that all about?
It is a little bit overcast, very windy, 38 degrees the air temperature, but with a 25-mile-an-hour wind, we heard wind chill numbers down around 20, 22 degrees. So definitely almost December football weather.
Well, you know what? It's football weather. High school, I may not have played into the NFL if I knew it was going to be this cold when I was playing. But it's definitely football weather.
Mike Camerisi, the head coach of the Canarsie Chiefs, undefeated, 12-0 as they come in here today. And looking for some respect, I think. They've never won the PSAL championship. But talk about a guy who's looking for respect. Coach Jim Munson in his 12th season with Tottenville, 74, 54, and 2 overall, rated number 1. They say, hey, they've got a lot to prove here today.
Hey, you know what? They should just let the coaches wrestle. They were really excited.
Tottenville kicks off. It's along the ground. Canarsie with the return up to about the 39-yard line. James Lawson with the return, and they will start 1st and 10.
That's a little technical right there. They do a little tactics. They squib it off to start it off. Keep it down in that blustery wind.
On a windy day like this, Jude Primus is the quarterback, plays defensive back as well. A 42% completion rate, only 559 yards through the air. Canarsie primarily a running team in their Tennessee Titan-esque uniforms. The dark blue and the light blue pants and tops to the jerseys. 1st down, first play of the game. Glad to have you with us. And the give up the middle to the fullback, that's Charles. And he is smacked down. Andrew Aversano with the tackle. On the offense for Canarsie up front, Kevin Joseph is the center. Stedman and Benane are the guards. Fred Edmonds and Jermaine Morrison are the tackles. Edmonds is a senior on offense. The quarterback. The tailback is Jamal Schulters. And the quarterback is Jude Primus. And he brings the ball club to the line of scrimmage. Gain of, call it a loss of a yard. It's 2nd down 11, and we're just underway. And the officials stepping in to respot the ball. Keep it at the 39, and we'll consider it 2nd down and 10. And as far as the Tottenville defense, Howard, they play a 4-4 against a primarily running team like Canarsie. That should be pretty good strategy.
Well, you know, the coach said before the game, you know, he was like, what we're going to do, we're going to put 7, 8, maybe even 9 guys up. We're going to make them beat them with their arms. So if they got the great running back, They want to see him they want to see the quarterback come out and throw the ball. He's going to have to throw the ball today. They got a lot of players getting to the ball right off the bat.
Mike Maniscalco on the tackle. That was Jamal Shoulders, the great tailback, who took off around the right side and was thrown for a huge loss. It'll be 3rd and 17. On defense for Tottenville, the ends are Aversano and Myers, Jonathan Edon and Steve Piazza, the tackles. Linebackers, they play a 4-4, as we told you. The cornerbacks, Howell and Maniscalco. Diego Oquendo, who plays both ways, is the only safety. There's Maniscalco, who just made that tackle. Now we'll see if Jude Primus can get the job that I would think, throwing the ball. 3rd down, 16. Back to pass. Looks left side, shoots it. It's incomplete. Intended for Chris McCary, their senior wideout, who wears number 11, down the near sideline, and Canarsie will have to kick.
Well, you know, right there he had a little problem throwing the ball. Again, you get a team that's used to running the ball. You get the big-time running back in the game, and he is used to getting the ball and carrying it. But they're going to definitely put a lot of guys in the box, 7, 8, maybe even 9 guys in the box, and force them to throw the ball a lot. So that running game is going to be good, but they're going to have to, like, soften it up a little bit by throwing it downfield.
Emmanuel Buin is the punter for Canarsie. He'll stand at his own 20-yard line. Both coaches worried. Oh, and it's blocked. Blocked by Tottenville. They recover, and it'll be a touchdown for Tottenville. Diego Oquendo, the safety, broke through. He blocked one and returned it for a touchdown a week ago in the semifinal. Does it again today, and Tottenville gets on the board first with 51 seconds gone in the opening quarter.
That right there is just coaching. You watch right here, the snap just floating in the air. Look at them coming right through the middle of the protection, blocking it, and have presence of mind to scoop and score. That's what they're going to teach kids all the way up to college. Even in the pros, they want them to do that. Look at him. Watching the time. Doesn't run over the kicker, or the punter, I should say. He steps to the foot, takes the ball right off his foot, and goes in for a touchdown.
So Oquendo scores off the blocked punt. He returns that ball, let's call it 20 yards. The punter was standing at the 20-yard line. So it's 6-0 Tottenville, and we're barely underway. Dan Dalbero is the place kicker for Tottenville to try the point after, and the kick is up and straight through, and Tottenville grabs a 7-0 lead.
It's good special teams. One of the aspects of the game we didn't really talk about with the two coaches. We talked about the offense and the defense, not the special teams. And we'll see what happens for the rest of this game.
Well, the Tottenville Pirates are out front. We'll be back on Yes. Football championship, Tottenville scores after blocking a punt. Diego Oquendo took the ball right off the foot of the Canarsie kicker, ran it back 20 yards for the touchdown, Howard.
A tough thing to do in any division, college, pro, whatever it is block on special teams, a punt team. And what you see here is a 4-man side rushing against a 3-man block. The 4-man side gives them a little room. The center tries to step to him to help, but it's too late. What happens, the first protector has to step up and stop that plug any leak that's coming to that side.
So Tottenville will kick off again, end over end this time, coming down to the 15-yard line. And the return up to the 30, the 35 on the far side for Canarsie on the return. Number 1, Doyen Grant taking the ball, and the tackle by Alex Rivera. So Canarsie will start. Now here's the block punt play, and take a look as Oquendo busts right through.
What happens is that when you got a 4-man side with 3 blockers on that side, the center's going to try to step to that side to help, and then the personal protector, the guy who's standing between the punter and the line, has got to plug any leaks. Right there, Oquendo comes right up the middle. The personal protector doesn't get to him in time, and there's no chance to stop him.
Barely underway in the first quarter. Canarsie with the ball again, and the give to the tailback, Shoulders. He's up over the 35 to about the 37-yard line. Give him a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Steve Piazza, where's number 96 for Tottenville, plays one of the tackle spots on defense. He was there to make the stop.
Piazza making big hits just like the Piazza in baseball.
Sure,
huh?
absolutely.
That's great. He's doing a good job. They're going to have to get something started there in that running game. It's going to be tough to do, but they got to get something started.
Jamal Shoulders is the guy everyone talks about for Canarsie, younger brother of Lance Shoulders of the Tennessee Titans. But Elijah Fleming will get a lot of carries in the backfield as well. Leston Charles wears number 32. He's the fullback. They line up in a pro set. Primus is the quarterback, and they call it 2nd and 9. Primus to throw right side. It's complete to Macri, and he has got a first down and more up to midfield. He's into Tottenville territory. Diego Oquendo, the safety, rides him out of bounds at about the 45-yard line.
Now, this is what you call like a little wide receiver screen. You got the one receiver out front, you throw the ball out there, and that's what loosens up the rush. When you can do that, you can stop them from coming up tight and crowd your back, put 9, 10 guys in the box to score just outside the box, not downfield so much, just outside the box. You give them a little room there, and now, Canarcie's doing that. So Tottenville, they got to think of, okay, we can't just put everybody there to make a play.
First and 10 at the 45. The give is to Shoulders. He's over the 40 and down inside, close to the 36-yard line. So a pickup of 8 for Jamal Shoulders on first down. And Kendo again there to make the stop.
And again, we were talking about this earlier when we started, the yards after contact. And again, after they start to spread out, you got to respect the outside receivers now. After that dump pass, you're going to give the running back a little more room to run the ball.
Weston Charles comes out at fullback, so we'll see what kind of a set Canarsie uses here on 2nd down and 2. They spot the ball at the 37-yard line. They line up in the eye. Shoulders is the up man this time. Primus gives it to the backup tailback. Elijah Fleming around the right side in the clear, down to the 20 and out of bounds at the 18-yard line. So Canarsie moving the ball on the ground in their second offensive series. Mike Maniscalco had to make the tackle from one of the cornerback spots that time for Tottenville.
Now, what you're going to like about this play, this is the old crack play. You get the wide receiver come down to crack the outside defender on the line, and you just send the running back around the outside because no one's there. The cornerback's coming in with the receiver. He's blocking the defensive end or linebacker, and the cornerback's kind of watching the block, and next thing you know, the running back's on top of him and passing before he even gets started.
Canarsie at the Tottenville 23, 1st and 10 after that pickup by Fleming, and the give is to Shoulders. He'll be bulldogged down for no gain. Nice tackle by Keith Okendo, who wears number 10. Okendo busting in from one of the outside linebacker spots to ride Shoulders down, and they'll call it 2nd and 10.
So you're going to have to get a little tip on Okendo. He's getting a nice tip on the ball, showing some great speed coming off that corner. If you leave a guy blocked, you got to expect that to happen.
Well, Tottenville has had a lot of dominant wins this season, rolled up more than 50 points last week in their semifinal win. And they certainly have a lot at stake here today. Haven't won a championship for 6 years.
That, in this play right here, you notice Okendo in that 4-4 front, you got the 4-down lineman. He'll be the outside linebacker, and he's just coming free. You got to block those 4 big guys, and when you do that, the outside guy comes free a lot.
The sophomore Shoulders on the carry. Gets 3 yards. He's down to the 20-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 7, right up the middle that time. Canarsie using a slot formation with 2 wideouts to the same side on most plays. Primus had come to the near sideline, the quarterback. He is a senior as well, to talk to head coach Mike Camardisi and get the play call on 3rd down. They need to get into the end zone here, don't they?
Yeah, you know what? They need to get in the end zone or get some points on the board. What you like about this, though, they drove the length of the field just about, and they're controlling the clock and showing that they have some ability to move the ball.
And whistles and flags before this one gets going. So it'll be no play. Usually indicates some sort of infraction on the part of the offense. So we'll see what the play call is. Richard Stanley, the referee today. An all-star crew of PSAL officials here in Brooklyn. And it is a false start, illegal procedure on the offense, so they'll take it back 5. That'll make it 3rd down and 12. Now that changes the whole equation, doesn't it, for Canarsie?
Well, Canarsie now, if they're going to throw it, they can't throw the screen. They're going to have to throw something a little downfield to get themselves in position to get like a 12 yards. That's a hard play. 3rd and 12 is hard in any division. I don't care what it is. So we'll see what happens, what they come up with right here.
2 wideouts left side. Primus with the visor on, calling signals. Pro set in the backfield, drops back to throw. He's under pressure, gets away from one man. Now heads back toward the line of scrimmage. He's going to carry it around the right side. He's back to the 20 and out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. That will not be good enough for a 1st down, but Jude Primus made something out of nothing there.
You know what? He does a great job right here with a little pocket awareness. He has a lot of pressure coming from big number 10 again. Okito's coming off that right side. Look, just about getting him, but he tucks the ball away, has presence in mind to get upfield right away. Doesn't do something silly like trying to toss it downfield or pull his arm away from his body with the ball and have somebody chip it out. He tucks it and runs it. Very heads up by the quarterback there.
It is 4th down and 6, and the ball is at the Tottenville 19-yard line. On a windy day, they will not try for 3. They'll go for a 1st down here. They need to get the ball down inside the 13-yard line. Jude Primus is the quarterback. Where's number 7 for Canarsie? 3-step drop. Looks to throw down the middle, and the end zone knocked away, incomplete. So Tottenville holds, and they will take over.
There he is. We're going to call this young man's name a lot today. That's number 10. He's doing a good job. I'll tell you what. The quarterback gets the ball off despite the pressure. Look at him standing in the pocket. Oh, he's right there in the chest. Just doesn't get enough air under it, but he was double covered. He doesn't have a lot of time to make choices there. Well, you got a man bearing down on you. You got two defenders right there. The linebacker does a great job getting back, getting underneath. And you see on the side, number 11 with his hands up waving, hey, I'm open, look for me, I'm standing by myself.
Robert Abadessa wears number 58. He's made a couple of good defensive plays on that series for Tottenville. So the Pirates get it on offense first time today. This is Jonathan Pitt-Coombs, their senior tailback, who's gained 1,630 yards so far, and his first carry is up over the 26-yard line, a gain of 7. Second down and 3. We talked in the opening of the broadcast, Howard, about junior quarterback Frank Messina. Frank Messina, 70% completions on the year. He's passed for more than 1,370 yards.
You know what? Messina's going to do a great job. The run and shoot, demands for the quarterback to understand distribution of the ball, quick throws, slant, crossing patterns. You have to have a great awareness of not just the game that you're playing, but the defense you're playing against. It's a good thing for Messina to be a senior in this system. I mean, not a senior, a junior. He'll be back to do this again next year.
On the shotgun, the give is to Pitt-Coombs, left side up over the 30-yard line, headed for the 35. He's got the first down yardage or more. Brought down at about the 34. Jamal Schulters, who plays both ways as well for Canarsie, on the tackle. That'll move the sticks.
You know what's so nice about this, what you're going to watch is you're going to see a lot of guys stand out there and split out. You got 4 wide receivers, so you got to have guys covering them. So that means that there's only leaves you the front 4 front to make the tackle on the running plays, and that's tough. The linebacker's got to be in position to cover either the right side of his trips on one side or not. You got to figure out which side is the strong side, and it's tough to stop a running play when you're spread out all over the field.
4 wideouts for Tottenville. Messina to throw. Looks left side. It's complete. Make it the right side. He was looking left and went back, and that's complete to Roman Smith, one of the senior wideouts. Smith close to a first down. We'll see where they spot the ball. Looks like they will give him enough at the 45, and it is a first down. The offensive line for Tottenville shapes up like this. Junior Jeremy Goldman is the center. Mike Malakowskis and Mike Masella, the guards. Jonathan Adone and Andrew Bajako are the tackles. The running back, the tailback, Jonathan Pitt-Coombs. He's run for 1,630 yards. Slot backs are Kenda and Danny Delvero. The wideouts are Willis Howell and Roman Smith. And they send 4 wide receivers out. Shotgun formation. First and 10 at their own 45. Tottenville leading here 7-0, hoping to add to the lead. Pitt-Coombs walks to the right side. Messina changing the play.
That's another thing you have to be able to do at quarterback when you're in the run and shoot. Is call the play at the line of scrimmage.
Pitt-Coombs breaks into the clear. He's into Canarsie territory over the 40 down to about the 38-yard line. Jonathan Pitt-Coombs rumbles for 16, 17 yards. He's still down on the turf, though. That is another first down for Tottenville.
There's a big hit at the end of that play. Part of the time you get out there like that, you're going to see a guy blowing down the field. You get some great blocking. Look at that. No one touches him. But when he gets in the open field, watch the safety come up and put a hit on him. Now, that is tough. Number 19 lays the wood at the end of that play.
Well, last week in the Catholic Championship, Howard Gross, we saw a couple of running backs who had gaudy numbers. So far, Jonathan Pitt-Coombs, 3 carries, 37 yards. He has gone to the sidelines, though, to try to see if he is going to be okay and be able to continue here today.
Pitt-Coombs has a great run, but at the end, Stephen Williams, number 19, the junior, comes up with a tremendous hit. So that's what you got to do when you got a big-time running back. You got to hit him, and that's what they did.
Play fake, Messina to throw on first down, rolls right, shoots it, and it's incomplete. Nearly picked off, overthrew his man at the 15-yard line. Danny Delvero, the intended receiver, but Roman Smith ended up closest to the football. It'll be 2nd and 10. Defensively for Canarsie, let's take a look at how they come to the field of play. The tackles are Omar Benain, Andrew Millay of the ends, Ronald Cummings, and Alice Stedman. Their 3 linebackers, James Lawson, Tom Massey on the outside, Leston Charles, the fullback, plays middle linebacker. The quarterbacks, Chris McCary wears number 11, Jamal Schulters, Stephen Williams, and Kurt Clouden are the safeties. 2nd down 10 for Tottenville. They're on the Canarsie 35-yard line. Shotgun from Messina. Back to throw. Dumps it off down the middle. He's got his man wearing number 2. That's Willie Howell. And Howell down inside the 30. He's over the 25. Down to about the 23-yard line. Leston Charles on the tackle for Canarsie. That is close to another first down. Let's take another look at that play.
Yeah, got a little laundry out there. We're going to see what happens. Again, he pumps to the right, comes back to the left. Little inside screen there, which is a tough play to get off because you got everybody coming downfield. You got a receiver coming right behind the line of scrimmage, right where the defensive line is going upfield, and the offensive line is kind of like, okay, you guys can go by now, and they're all leading up the block for him. That's a good play if you can make it work. And right there, it looks like it's working very well.
Officials discussing things in Canarsie territory. If that play stands, Howell got the ball down to about the 23, which would be good enough for another Tottenville first down.
It'll be interesting to see what the officials say or how they call it. Sometimes when that play happens, when the quarterback pumps, he turns around and pumps the other way. The offensive lineman, after they let him go, they know the receiver has to be around behind them, so they have to do what you call they might be downfield sometime, but in this case, though, it was a little pass interference because why? The pump does this timing. You got to know not to block that quick. You got to take your time before you do it.
So it's an offensive pass interference call, and that'll back it up. It's against Tottenville. Jim Munson, the head coach, on the far sideline, not pleased at all with that. Here's another look at what happens. Let's see if we can pick this one up.
Coach is pleading his case. As you see right there, right with the ball's in the air, right on the outside, he's might taking a big hit, making a block. And when that happens, you can't take that hit right before the ball gets there, even though the ball's thrown. See, the coach is going to argue the ball's thrown behind the line of scrimmage. When the ball's thrown behind the line of scrimmage, it shouldn't be pass interference. But I don't think the officials see it that way.
Evidently not. They spot the ball back at the 49 of Tottenville. Here's another look at that play. The reception, the block on the outside, but doesn't look like a block.
It's right on the edge. It's Pitt Combs. He's back in the game. He wants to deliver a little message, you know. You guys got me. I went out, but I'm back. Look for me. He's a little excited for some payback. He's going to get the payback carry the ball. Got pulling the trigger just a little quick.
They'll call it 3rd down and 25. Tottenville needs to get the ball down to the 26-yard line of Canarsie. They're at their own 49-yard line. Messina throws. Wide out screen. It's complete to Oquendo. Oquendo down the near sideline to the 40 and out of bounds at about the 39. That'll be nowhere near what he needed for first down yardage. So Canarsie gets a break perhaps, and they will hold. And it looks as though Tottenville will punt for the first time today. Now Messina, the quarterback, is also the punter. That gives him a lot of options.
Yeah, it does give a lot of options. Now, that's a very interesting thing. Now, the call before was Pitt Combs hitting somebody on the receiver middle screen. This time they ran a screen to the outside, and the exact same block happened on the opposite side of the field. Someone's blocking before the ball gets there, but the ball's behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe the officials talk about it and say, okay, we're not going to change our call, but we'll get to the next if it happens. Well, it happened the second time right there.
Jamal Childers is back deep at the 12-yard line to receive the kick. Chris Mackery is back there as well. Messina to punt. Gets it away. Nearly blocked that time. Goes tumbling for the far sideline. Scooped up over there by number 11, McCary. And he gets the ball up over the 20 and down at about the 22-yard line. A flag flies in after the play is blown dead. So, with Tottenville leading 7-0, we'll take a quick timeout and be right back in Brooklyn. Howard Cross, I'm Rick Benjamin. Early in the first quarter, we've played about 7.5 minutes. Tottenville broke on top. They blocked the punt. Diego Oquendo returned it for a touchdown. Now Canarsie will get the ball back for their second attempt of the day. They got deep. They got inside the 20-yard line of Tottenville, but they couldn't get to the end zone. Canarsie drove down the field. Penalty set them back, and the punt turns the ball over. Now to Canarsie's Chiefs. Tonight at 10 o'clock on Yes, it's an all-new episode of Yankees Hot Stove. Hosts Bob Lorenz and Susan Waldman have a rotating panel of experts to discuss and debate all the hottest news on the Yankees free agent situation. Trade talk as well. Certainly the move of Kurt Schilling to Boston will be an issue tonight when we hear an all-new Yankees Hot Stove. 10 o'clock tonight only here on Yes.
Awesome. That's get Schilling.
Yeah. He cashed in. He has the Howard Cross type paycheck coming his way. $12 million next couple of years.
Yeah, you know, I got that. All right.
First and 10, Canarsie, their own 38. Personal foul called after the kick to give is to Elijah Fleming, the junior tailback. And he goes down short of the line of scrimmage. Loss of one. It'll be 2nd and 11. Keith Oquendo up to make the tackle for Tottenville.
We'll get tired of saying Oquendo's name for us all over.
Well, there are two Oquendos, of course, Diego and Keith. Yeah. And both of them right in the middle of the action, seemingly, so far here in the first quarter. Canarsie, to get here in the first round, they beat Midwood 46-6. Sheepshead 2 weeks ago, 27-6. Last week in the semis, defeated JFK 35-12. So some dominant wins. They have a very good defense. And other than that punt block, they've played well so far here in the first quarter. 2nd down 11 at their own 38-yard line. Duke Primus back to throw. Pocket holds. Looks down the left sideline. And it's incomplete. Flag on the play. Mike Maniscalco there to defend for Tottenville. We'll see if this might be offensive. How'd you see that one, Howard?
Well, you know what, the defender turns around and gets his head back. When he gets his head back, he has just as much right to jump for the ball as the receiver. You can't put your hands on. He's got the little feeling. He's been watching a little bit too much of the playmaker, Michael Irvin. But the thing I like about this, look at the protector. He has time to throw the ball, which is a good thing. Now look, oh, just a little handsy there in the beginning.
James Lawson, the wideout, wears number 8, and he pushed off on Maniscalco, the back judge right there to make the call. So the interference call, Tottenville will take the penalty, and that'll move it back 15 yards. They'll replay second down, but it'll be second and 26 then.
Hey, both teams had some big penalties here in the game that have cost them. Tottenville gets down, looks like they're threatening to score a penalty, pushes them back. Then they have the punt penalty, gives them a lot more yards on the punt. Here we go. First play, first right out of the box, and Canarsie. Penalty. Oh, man.
Primus on the inside handoff, and this is Shoulders. He is smacked down after a couple of yards, perhaps to the 25-yard line. Steve Piazza, number 96 right there. Myers, who wears number 99. Julian Myers, the other defensive end, also there on the play. The two defensive ends crashing down to put the hit on Shoulders.
Yeah, that brings up a big point. That was huge for him. That changes field position big time. And if the wind's helping them, they're going to need a lot of help with this kick here.
Well, the pass interference, the down counted, so it was actually third down. Now it's fourth down. So for the second time today, Canarsie will punt. Emmanuel Bowen is the kicker for Canarsie. Back deep is Howell to receive the punt, standing just over midfield. Bad snap. Bowen gets it away. It is a low tumbler. May get to midfield, and Canarsie will watch it. They'll down it at their own 49-yard line. So Bowen able to get them out of trouble, but Tottenville with great field position. Still in the first quarter in Brooklyn for the city championship. We'll be back here on Yes. The student athletes selected from each team as outstanding performers in today's game. Welcome back to Brooklyn on Yes, alongside Howard Cross. I'm Rick Benjamin. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Tottenville will have the ball back. They lead Canarsie 7-0. A block punt returned for the touchdown. First down at the 49. Inside give to Jonathan Pitt-Combs over midfield. He is stood up at the 46. Keeps digging. Down to the 40-yard line. Jonathan Pitt-Combs, second and third effort, Howard Cross.
You know, Jonathan Pitt-Combs is taking some nice shots. They are after him, hitting him hard, but he is still running. They got him earlier. Big hit on him, but look at him this time. One big hit. He spins out. Yards after contact. Another nice hit. He's still running, driving his feet, which is great. They have him in the backfield. Oh, big hit. Look at him sticking it, moving, keeping his body, keeping his shoulders forward. I'll take my licks, and I'll also take the yards.
Gain of 8, second down 2. They spot the ball at the 41 of Canarsie. Tottenville with a good run by Pitt-Combs on the first play. Oh, and movement. Number 5 for Tottenville moved early, and that is illegal procedure. They'll take it back 5 yards. Mike Maniscalco in at one of the wide receiver spots on offense. He starts on defense in the game on offense, and he was the player who moved early for Tottenville. 3 games so far in the playoffs for Tottenville, and of course they've won all of them, defeating Far Rockaway in the quarters, 42-6, or in the first round, I should say. Quarterfinals, they beat Lehman last week. Big win to get him here to the championship game. Second down 6 to give us to Pitt-Combs, sweeping left side. He gets down to the 40, close to the 35. He's got the first down. Jonathan Pitt-Combs, very strong run. Handoff going around the left end.
You know what I like about this? You see a lot of guys, a lot of the Canarsie guys on the ground. That means Tottenville is definitely getting at him on the block, and they're staying after him the whole way, trying to keep people off of big Tom. 1,600 yards rushing, over 7 yards to rush. That's almost 8 yards. They hit 7.95, I believe. That's pretty good.
Junior safety Steve Williams had to come up and make the play for Canarsie to bring Pitt-Combs down. So it's first and 10, Tottenville. The ball at the Canarsie 35-yard line. Minute 39 to go, first quarter. And give again to Pitt-Combs up the middle to the 30. Down to about the 26-yard line. So Jonathan Pitt-Combs gobbling up yardage. Tom Massey, number 85, there to make the play for the Canarsie Chiefs on defense. But Jonathan Pitt-Combs picks up 9. It'll be second and 1.
I don't think that Tottenville's offensive line realizes what run and shoot means. Run and shoot means you're a great pass blocking team. And they forgot about that. They're a good run block team. They are definitely they're changing the line of scrimmage, which you need to do for a running back, and especially when you don't have tight ends in the game. So this is pretty interesting to see them run the ball like this.
Frank Messina brings the ball club to the line on second and short, gives it again to Pitt Coombs up the middle. He's got the first down and more inside the 20. Driving, trying to get to the 15-yard line. Less than a minute to go first quarter. Tottenville wanting to get 2 scores on the board before the break.
Well, there's a little frustration you see on the current Canarsie part. They're getting a little frustrated. They keep running the ball. They're expecting the big passing game. I know their coaches told them like they're going to run the ball. Look for it up the middle. Look for the draws. Look for that quick handoff. They got a good offensive line. I'm sure they know it, and now they got to do something about it.
Pitt Coombs so far 73 yards in the first quarter. He got the first down and more. They'll put it at the Canarsie 18, so they can pick up another first down. It is 1st and 10 for Tottenville as the clock winds down here in the first quarter in Brooklyn.
Over 10 yards to carry. It's great. You see him call the play. You see Pitt Coombs check his armband to see what the play is.
Pitt Coombs again, left side. Plenty of running room down close to the 10-yard line. Out of bounds at the 9. So Jonathan Pitt Coombs, another 9-yard gain. And again, it's Tom Massey, who wears number 85. Massey's been all over the place. He and Pitt Coombs certainly have a little individual rivalry going now. But that may do it for the first quarter. Looks as though the clock will run out. Jonathan Pitt Coombs has run for over 80 yards in the first quarter here today. The clock runs out in the first quarter. It'll be 2nd down and 3 when we come back inside the 10-yard line. Tottenville is on top, 7-0. The New York City High School Championship game. We'll be back on Yes. The Nets pregame. Ian Eagle with Kelly Tripucka for all the Nets action tomorrow at 7:30. The Grizzlies and the Nets tomorrow night at 7 only here on Yes. With Howard Cross, I'm Rick Benjamin, ready to begin the second quarter of the PSAL championship game in New York City. Canarsie and Tottenville. Tottenville leading 7-0 off a punt block return for a touchdown. Tottenville is knocking on the door, Howard Cross. 2nd down 2. They'll mark the ball at the Canarsie 10-yard line.
This is the thing I think is the run and shoot might have some drawbacks because when you get down there, unless you're got Pitt Coombs in the backfield, of course, but when you get down close, no tight ends to block for you. Everybody starts to crowd in. It's easier to cover the run when you get it down there, and it's also easier to cover the pass. Not as much field to cover.
Andrew Malave with the stop on Jonathan Pitt Coombs, who had rumbled for more than 80 yards in the first quarter. He loses 2, so it'll be 3rd down and 4. They'll put it at the 12-yard line. Malave, a senior tackle, weighs 240 pounds. He's a wide body, 6 feet even, and 240.
Nice and square.
Pitt Coombs is the only setback. Frank Messina is the quarterback, a junior for Tottenville. Tottenville won this championship in 1997. Messina pitches it to Coombs, right side to the 10, down to the 5, close to the goal line. Pitt Coombs has a first down, and we'll see where they mark the ball. I believe his knee touched it about the 3.
You guys, this is unbelievable, the end of this run. Watch what happens when they come up and they get him. There's a little option. Quarterback has no intention on running it. They go out for him. Watch him get hit. Touchdown. Oh, put his hands down trying to get into the end zone. That's awesome. Nice block on the outside by the wide out to spring him to get him the extra yards, which is what you got to love.
Tyrone Joseph with the stop, saving things for Canarsie for now. But it'll be 1st and goal at the 2-yard line, inside the 2. They'll mark it just over the 2-yard line. So timeout taken here by Canarsie, hoping to keep Tottenville off the board. We'll be right back on Yes. For the PSAL Championship of New York City, take a look at how they got there. Early in the ball game, a block kick return for the score.
There, right there, you see the 4-man side coming up the middle. That's what you need to do to block it, take it right off the foot. And now, down on the 1-yard line, ready to put another 6 on the board.
Jonathan Pitt Coombs wears number 4. He is the lone setback. Frank Messina, the quarterback, wears number 12. It's been Pitt Coombs all day, and he busts it up the middle, close to the goal line, and touchdown. So Jonathan Pitt Coombs has run for more than 90 yards in the first half. Gets his first score of the day. Tottenville goes to a 13-0 lead.
Usually the drawback to the run and shoot offense is that when you get the short, 3rd and 1, 3rd and inches, it's hard to do it because you want to take the ball and stick it up the middle. And there's no tight ends blocking the edges in the corner. So right now, this offensive line, and Tottenville's doing a great job of changing position, getting that extra yard of movement. And when you do that, you got 3rd and 1 or first and goal, you can get your touchdown.
So Tottenville will try to add the point after, but a whistle before the ball can be snapped. Danny Delbero is the placement specialist as well as playing one of the slot back spots. Like encroachment on the defense, so They will move the ball half the distance to the goal and line up one more time. Jonathan Pitcomb checking the numbers on him, Howard Cross. 6'2", 225, senior tailback. He's a player who we ought to see more of in the years to come.
You know what? He'd be a great addition to somebody's running game. I know there's a lot of schools out there that can use a guy. Not only he's runs hard, but he's tough. He understands how to get the extra yards without giving up his body every time. You saw him in that last play going towards the end zone. The play before they put his hands down to get in. It's interesting. Right there, we got a little laundry on the field, running into the kicker.
Dalbero's point after was good, but he was upended after the play, so that one may be assessed on the kickoff. We shall see.
Yeah,
looks as though Shoulders tried to make a statement there by getting into Dalbero.
He's a little salty.
You have to be to play at this level, to play for a city championship in New York.
You know, when it's a championship, it's a big time game for high school football. And imagine, New York City championship, it's got to be a good time.
It is a personal foul running into the kicker. The point after is good, and the penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. So, Tottenville jumps to a 14-0 lead. Jonathan Pitcomb with the touchdown, and we'll be back. Lead just underway in the second quarter. And they call the personal foul instead of running into. They did call it roughing the kicker. The 15-yard penalty will be assessed here on the kickoff. So Tottenville will kick it actually from Canarsie's 45.
You know what? That's two big-time special team plays. They were called big penalties, I should say, on special teams, which is really tough to deal with. But you got to do what you got to do. Suck it up and get after it. You can't live in the past. Somebody's got to hold that ball. It's windy out there.
Winds blowing around 25, 30 miles an hour. There was some discussion that perhaps the winds would be gone by kickoff today, but it doesn't seem that way. And now the clouds have started to roll in. The wind batting Old Glory around a little bit here this afternoon as these two undefeated teams square off for the New York City Championship. Glad to have you with us on Yes with Howard Cross. I'm Rick Benjamin. Tottenville puts the ball in the air. Danny Dalbero brings it down over the goal line easily, and that'll be a touchback. So Canarsie will bring it out to the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. Now, Canarsie moved the ball well, primarily a running team. They get behind. Are they going to be able to pass it, Howard?
It's going to be tough for them to pass. They're not used to passing. They got Jamal, Schultz. He runs the ball all the time. He's their workhorse. He gets it done for them. But if you notice, Canarsie did start to experiment with throwing a few screens on the outside. They're trying to get the ball downfield. I think maybe he should concentrate on getting the ball on a short, quick passes just on the outside because that's where he's going to get most of the success. They do, since I'm pretty sure they know how to cover the pass, especially since they're running the run and shoot. They probably get a lot of practice against it every day. Some of the guys that are playing receiver also play DB, so they're going to do a good job against it.
But Jonathan Pitcomb has been the story so far here today, certainly for Tottenville, up over 90 yards rushing and a touchdown. Canarsie will try to answer. 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Jude Primus, the quarterback. Play fake, looking to go deep down the middle. He's got a man open, perhaps Glenn Grant, but it's overthrown and incomplete. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. Grant on the outside, Willie Howell on the coverage for Tottenville. Jonathan Pitcomb has really shown us a lot here. Let's have a look at some of his good plays so far in this ball game.
Pitcomb is doing a good job. That last drive was all Pitcomb. You see him here taking the ball in the hand off the backfield. Look at it. The yards after contact, driving his leg, taking the ball gets hit low. Oh, puts his hand down. There are a lot of colleges going to like this guy. And then when it's 3rd and 1, right up the middle, or 1st and goal, I should say, right up the middle, low shoulders to get the 1st down. He's running hard, putting his hand down. He's got 11 for 92, over 8 yards of carry. That's pretty nice.
Lance Shoulders' little brother Jamal, though, the sophomore tailback for Canarsie with a nice gain. He's up close to 1st down yardage near the 30-yard line. We'll see where they mark it. They put it at the 28 for Canarsie, so it's a pickup of 8, and it'll be 3rd down and 2.
Right there, Schultz is doing a good job. But I'm going to tell you something. He doesn't slip down. He might get a little more on this. He was making his cut. He was ready to go. I think his feet were his own enemy on that one. He's wanting to do a little too much right there. Got to keep those feet up under. You can't reach too far outside. I know you see it a lot on TV, but these guys got about 10 pairs of shoes in their lockers when they're doing that. They're not just doing it on 1 pair of shoes. It's 10 pairs of shoes. And it feels probably a little damp. It rained yesterday. That turf, you got to have some rain turf sometimes to grab this turf. And that is definitely turf, not the field turf, but that's regular Astro.
It's old school Astro.
Yeah, that's the stuff I grew up on.
10 minutes, 6 seconds to go, 2nd quarter. Tottenville with a 2-touchdown lead. Jude Primus and Canarsie taking a timeout. They will talk it over. Mike Camardisi is their head coach. Big coaching staff. Lance Shoulders' brother Dwayne is on the coaching staff. And Their younger brother, Jamal, is their ace tailback, and that was he on that last carry, good for 8 yards. Big crowd on hand here at Midwood. A lot of emotion for both schools. Both travel well. Totten from Staten Island. Of course, the Canarsie Chiefs right here in Brooklyn. So a lot of fans from both schools. A lot of family members are here. High school football, the emotions are never higher than they are in high school.
Well, you know, these are your kids you get to watch play. A lot of your neighbors, a lot of the kids you see playing football on Thanksgiving Day in the backyard you grew up with. So, that, you know, it's going to be a lot of emotion. It means a lot to both teams.
On third down and short, Shoulders looking for the first down. He's got it, and Moore puts the ball on the ground. It's loose at the near sideline, just short of the 40-yard line. Shoulders for about 10 yards. And we'll see. Of course, the Canarsie Chiefs motioning. It is still their ball. The officials agree. He was down by contact, and it will remain in the possession of Canarsie. So they rule Shoulders down at the 37, almost the 38-yard line. Pickup of 10, first down. Willis Howell with the tackle.
Great play there by Shoulders to run the ball. But the thing you got to notice here is the Tottenville defenders, not only they're hitting him, trying to get guys to him, but watch him rip the ball. Look at number 2 ripping at the ball. Number 1 ripping at the ball. They're trying to get the ball out, reaching for the ball, trying to poke it out, and they're poking it out.
On first down, Shoulders, left side, breaks into the clear, over midfield, to the 40, down the far sideline, 30, 20, 15, out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. So Jamal Shoulders trying to get Canarsie back in this ball game. Big rumble for some 40-plus yards. It'll be first down just outside the 10.
Jamal Shoulders is short wide. He's the workhorse of the team. They're going to give it to him again and again. You're going to stop him a lot, maybe 2 yards here, 3 yards. You might be tackling for a loss. But when he gets in the open, he's going to burn it up. Nice pitch here. Great blocking on the outside. You've seen everybody getting sealed off. A man on a man, and number 1 leading him down the field, trying to get a block. Right here, he might be, if he throws the cut block, it might be a touchdown.
And on first down, the give is to number 2, Elijah Fleming, in the ballgame for Shoulders. Fleming right side all the way for the score, and Canarsie is on the board.
You know, you have to give the ball to somebody else. You don't want to give them all the carries. Fleming does a good job. He's their little speed back. They're mixing up a little bit, and I tell you what, they're very excited. And we got a ball game on our hands here.
9:28 to go in the second quarter. Tottenville broke on top 14-0. Canarsie answers. They run it down the field. Jamal Shoulders did the heavy lifting, and then Elijah Fleming from 12 yards out for the first touchdown of the day for Canarsie.
Well, you know what they did? They're looking up these guys, and they're putting a hat on the hat. Make sure you just get your hands
blocked
on
again.
You get your hands on the
Second kick block of the day by Tottenville. Darren Austin, the placement specialist. That one never had a chance. Diego Oquendo, one of the players there for Tottenville to make the play, and it is no good. So, less than 10 minutes to go in the first half. Tottenville with a 14-6 lead. We'll be back with more of the PSAL Championship on Yes. They've given up 2 kick blocks, Howard Cross.
You know what? Their special teams is something special. They're getting there a lot. Here, Oquendo again. The other Oquendo is blocking a kick coming off the corner. Number 66 was also there, but number 1 beat him to the punch. I think they're like, okay, me first. And Coach, I don't know if Coach is excited or if he's upset, but Coach is trying to explain to him what's going on. Maybe he's like, take it off his foot.
Diego Oquendo and Jacob Warburton, where's number 66 for Tottenville, there to make the play and deny the point after. Kickoff by Canarsie, very short. Don't know if that was intentional or not. Gobbled up at the 38-yard line by Tottenville, and a flag on the play, so we might see an offside here.
I think that may have been the T, actually. Is that the flag?
Looked like I saw a flag down there, but they will mark the ball at the 38-yard line. Is it the T that went in the air?
Yeah.
Could have been. Could have been.
They tried the old pooch kick there. They tried to sneak one in just over. When you pooch kick it, you just want to get it over the front line and outside the last line.
Well, Jamal Shoulders has answered Jonathan Pitcock pretty adequately, more than adequately from the tailback spot. That run by Shoulders that got the Canarsie in position for the touchdown. He's got 9 carries, 73 yards so far in the first half. Tottenville with the ball. Messina to throw. Looking deep down the middle. He's got his man. It's open to Oquendo. Diego Oquendo headed all the way for a touchdown. But there is a flag in the backfield.
The official is standing and waving. Bring it back.
Tottenville will be called for the hold, so the touchdown does not go on the board. So Jim Munson waving, gesturing. He said, hey, nobody respects us. They don't think we should be here at 12-0.
I'm telling you, this right here is very interesting. You'll see something here that you don't see a lot in high school. You see receivers running down the field and the quarterback delivering the ball right on time, right in stride for the touchdown. But unfortunately, it doesn't count. So they'll be able to go back to it.
Frank Messina to Diego Oquendo. Oquendo, the player who blocked the kick and returned it for a touchdown for Tottenville's first score of the day. It is holding on the offense.
Maybe that's what the coach was telling him on the sideline. Coach Marshall was like, look, that's great. You're doing a good job. Don't hurt your hands. I need you to catch the ball.
We'll take another look at that play, see if we can pick it up. Meantime, they will back it up 10, and it'll be first down and 20. They'll spot it at the 28-yard line of Tottenville. Messina in the shotgun. Pitt Combs is the tailback standing alongside. They fake the inside handoff. It's been very effective. Messina rolls and throws, and it's incomplete. Going for Oquendo. Short around the right side that time, and it'll be second down.
There's a nice little play there. A little, almost like a slant or a crossing pattern.
Linebacker James Lawson there on the coverage. Take a look at the pass that looked like it was going to go for a touchdown. The play fake there to Pitt Combs.
Well, we're trying to figure out who's holding. You can't really tell. It's usually in the offensive play, everybody's holding. Not that ever held anybody.
Not that you not.
You know, it's a gray area. The official can call it almost every time. He called it that time. He must have saw something a little glaring at him.
Frank Messina loads up the shotgun again on second down and 20. Tottenville at their own 28-yard line.
That was an interesting stat. Frank Messina is 2 for 4 passes in the run and shoot. Can you imagine that?
Well, Jonathan Pitt Combs has been the workhorse. Here he is again, trying right tackle this time up over the 30 to about the 32-yard line. So gain of 4, but that'll leave him with a big third and long here, Howard Cross.
Oh, man. With that run and shoot and the way those guys are explosive and get down the field, it could be done.
Leston Charles, number 32, Kevin Joseph among the players in on the stop that time for Canarsie. They'll make it third down.
Now this is where a big pass rush really helps you. You know they got to throw the ball, run and shoot. You got receivers all over the field. You can get somebody in the quarterback's face. Give him in a little distress. Give him something to think about. Make him move his feet. Do anything. Just don't let him just sit back there and throw the ball.
In the run and shoot, 4 wideouts for Tottenville and timeout taken by Frank Messina. So Tottenville takes their first timeout of the first half with 8:22 to go in the second quarter. Tottenville with an 8-point lead. Last week, in their semifinal game, they scored 35 unanswered points to put that one out of reach. So the second quarter was big for Tottenville 1 week ago. This week, though, it's certainly been a case of both these clubs. Canarsie came back in the second quarter to make a ball game out of it at 14-6. Tomorrow night, 10:30 on Yes. Get an in-depth look at the world of pro football. This week in football, New York Giants star Tiki Barber joins John Riggins, Bob Papa, Gary Myers, Larry Pasquale. Detailed analysis of the Jets and the Giants. Plus a preview of all the action in Week 14 upcoming. It's This Week in Football. Tomorrow night at 10:30 only here on Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Good show. Good show.
I didn't hear Howard Cross's name connected to that one. You need to get in there, too.
And, you know, they get too many Giants fans. It's the Tiki deal. It's the Tiki deal. You don't want to
But you can offer that perspective of having been to the big dance and won at one time.
Riggins won the big dance.
Well, yeah, he has.
You know, even though he was a Redskin at the time.
Messina to throw on third and long, rolling to the right side out of the shotgun. Under pressure. He will go down. Big play by Canarsie. James Lawson right there to make the play. Lawson, number 8. Good play by Lawson to break that one up, and now Tottenville will have to punt.
These are some big kids. 6'1", 215. That's what you need right there. Like I said, the only way to stop the run and shoot, put pressure on them. That was a blitz by number 32, right at the middle to cause the quarterback to scramble out of the pocket. And when you do that, you're going to get guys coming free. Everybody's on top of him. He had 2 or 3 guys right in front of him. That's when the quarterback's got to realize that even at that age, okay, maybe if I throw it out of bounds, I can save us a yard or 2 here. It gives us a little more field position.
Oh, and Messina under pressure. Pulls the ball down, shuffles it to Maniscalco. Maniscalco around the left side, but he'll go down. Great play by Canarsie. Canarsie will take over pretty deep in Tottenville territory. Greg Boston there. I don't think that was designed. Canarsie with heavy pressure on Messina as he was preparing to punt. He elected to try to pass it. Little shovel pass forward to Maniscalco, but it is broken up, and Canarsie will take over in great shape.
Coach is giving him a little instruction there. What happens is he drops back the punt, and look at the pressure. Oh, look out, baby boy. You got to get that one down and get rid of it. Now, what happens is on a situation like that, Canarsie's been watching them block kicks, and they decide, hey, you know what, we can block a kick too.
How about this on the first carry? That's Elijah Fleming around the right side, and Fleming with a nice gain. He's close to another first down. Pickup of 11. Willis Howell to make the tackle there.
Yeah, remember,
Tottenville.
Fleming is the guy who has the big burst of speed, not the Jamal Douglas. Fleming is the guy who is their scat back guy. He's going to get the 10, 12, 15 yards a clip when you give him the ball, if the blocking's there.
Pickup of 11, first and 10, Canarsie there at the Tottenville 20. Here's Shoulders right side this time, still on his feet. He'll be waltzed out of bounds at about the 18.
Shoulders showing a little power there as they come up to make the tackle on him. You got to hit him and wrap him up. You can't hit him and just pick up and reach for the ball every time you get the ball. The correct hand is on the outside hand, the right hand towards the sideline, and the other part of his body just going upfield, putting licks on people, using those pads. You can run for to hit people with them. Nick
Liverani on the stop for Tottenville. Pickup of 2, second down 8. They mark it at the 19. Actually, a gain of a little more than 1. So it's a long 8. Primus pitches it to Shoulders, tries the left side. He's got a couple of blockers in front of him, but Tottenville right there to smack him down for another loss on the play. Looks like a loss of another yard. It'll be third at about 12.
Now, when you run the pitch play, you have to have a lot of blocking, especially on the outside. You got to establish the corner. What happens is you watch Tottenville, they are sprinting to the sideline. They know, get to the sideline, make them cut back, and when you do that, you got a chance to make a tackle. And that's a great play by Tottenville right there. Linebacker
Nick Liverani and fellow linebacker Keith Okendo, the senior, wears number 10 for Tottenville there to blow that one up. So it's third down and 11 upcoming. Canarsie at the Tottenville 21-yard line. Liverani, a senior, 200-pounder. Jude Primus back to throw, looking for the end zone down the right side. Nobody there. It's incomplete. Intended for James Lawson. The senior wideout was well covered, and Primus just threw it away. So it'll be 4th and 11. And we will see if Darren Austin comes on to try a field goal. Primus gets the call, though, on the sideline and heads back to the huddle. Looks as though they'll go for it on 4th and long. And on a windy day, I guess that means you don't have much confidence in your kicking game.
Well, you know, I don't see these teams kicking the ball a lot towards kicking field goals. And besides that, they did just have a couple kicks blocked. So if you have a kicks blocked, this may not be in your best interest to try to kick it. If you're going to do anything, go for points. Give yourself the best opportunity to score. You don't want to lose the ball, get a kick blocked in this case, and return for another touchdown. You want to make sure you get a chance to score, or if you don't score, you just turn it over right there.
Elijah Fleming is the tailback. Primus back to throw on 4th and 11. Heavy pressure, and down he goes. Down at the 29-yard line. So on 4th and long, Primus never able to unload the football, and Tottenville will take over on down.
They brought a lot of heat that time right up the middle, and when you do that, you're going to get to the quarterback. Guys are coming from everywhere. Look at this. Oh, you got 2 or 3 guys there. You got number 10, Aquino there, and number 99 there also. Right up the middle, Mr. Myers making the play.
Last week against Port Richmond, Myers with 10 tackles, 4 sacks. Even 1-1 at least here today after that big hit on Primus. So Frank Messina gets another chance after that punt attempt that turned into a shovel pass that was knocked down well short of the first down. Jonathan Pitcombs, who scored a touchdown today, left side, trying to break into the clear at the 40, 50-yard line and down into Canarsie territory at the 47-yard line. Jonathan Pitcombs almost off to the races.
He was almost there. This time, Pitcombs ready for the hit. He drops his shoulders a little bit to take more of it on his pad than on his helmet. A little holding right there maybe to get him spring free, and they just couldn't get the lick on him they wanted to. Number 11 comes to put that big shot on him again, but he didn't quite get his body square to deliver the full force.
Plenty of yardage for a first down. The ball at the Canarsie 46. It's 1st and 10 for Messina and the Tottenville Pirates with an 8-point lead. Chris McCary tried to make the hit on Pitcombs that time, but Pitcombs ran right over it. Messina, short pass. It's complete. No, it's incomplete. Mishandled by Willis Howell. He had it for a moment and dropped it. It'll be 2nd and 10.
That's probably the best thing for Mr. Howell to drop that ball. He had 4 guys standing on top of him. I don't know if they read the play, if they had it scouted out properly, but they were right there to make the play on him. If he had caught that, it would have been for a loss or even a turnover, possibly, because so many guys are there. And he's not the biggest man. He has 4 big, healthy defensive linemen standing on top of him.
That last carry by Pitcombs went for 17 yards. He's got 120 on the day on 13 carries so far with a touchdown. 2nd and 10, Tottenville. Ball at the 46-yard line of Canarsie. Messina in the shotgun, 4 wideouts. Pitcombs the setback. Pitcombs has it left side. 45, flag down to the 44-yard line. Maybe that hold was picked up that time, Howard Cross.
Well, you know, sometimes they miss the hold because you got your hands in there and you just kind of tug on them a little bit to keep them from getting there into the play. You keep them off the tackler. But when you change the direction of a tackler, that's when they usually get that one out.
He'll give it to you occasionally.
Every once in a while, they give you the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. It is holding on Tottenville, so that will back things up on 2nd down and 10.
Uh-oh, Big Tones is limping a little bit. That's not good.
225-pound senior tailback. And they will walk back for 5 yards and play 2nd down once again. So it'll be 2nd down. Well, they move it back from the point of the hold. It'll be, I'll move it back another 5 yards from the hold spot. It'll be 2nd and 18. That moves the ball back to the 46-yard line of Tottenville.
Wow, that's a big penalty. 2nd and 20, actually. That's a very big penalty.
Messina looking to throw. Now takes off up the middle, but he'll go down at the 44-yard line.
Again, you got to notice what they're doing to Messina. Believe it or not, they got the 4 wides out there. They got one back in the backfield. So what does Canarsie do? Blitz him. We're just going to blitz him. We're going to send somebody right up the middle at him, get the 5 guys blocked, and we're going to send 2 guys up the middle. You see number 8 getting picked up, 32 getting picked up, but when you pick up these guys, somebody else is going to come free.
Well, Messina pulled the ball down. Is that a coverage sack?
No, that's not a coverage sack. That's a sack because he probably had deeper routes in, so before they could get to the top of their route, they got people on top of them.
Omar Benaim collapsed the pocket and was there on 3rd down. Short pass over the middle. Number 1 has it. That's Okendo over midfield in the clear to the 40. Down the sideline to the 35-yard line. And Diego Okendo, the senior wingback, knocked out of bounds by Chris McCary. But that is close to 1st down yardage.
That right there is some kind of play. This time Okendo gets the opportunity to take the inside screen. Look how he carries the ball.
Wow.
That is something else. I don't think you don't usually coach that.
No. Diego Okendo with plenty of confidence. That is good for a 1st down. So they will spot the ball at the 35-yard line of Canarsie, and it'll be 1st and 10 Tottenville with 3:59 to go in the half.
Very nice run by the senior there. 6'2", 200-pounder. Nose on the out of bounds. He didn't just step out of bounds. He kind of turned upfield a little bit. Oh, you're not going to run me out. Take this as I go out of bounds.
Okendo nearly got a touchdown pass a few moments ago. A play called back on a penalty. He scored the first Tottenville touchdown of the day by blocking that punt at the 20-yard line and running it back.
And the Okendo's doing, they're doing some damage here in this game. It's going to be hard to figure out who's doing what because they're doing a great job. Running the ball, playing defense, catching the ball. Special teams, they're having a good time.
Messina now 4 of 7 passing here in the first half. Doesn't have to throw it very often, but he's been effective back there. So Tottenville will start 1st and 10 at the Canarsie 35. They have an 8-point lead late in the 2nd quarter. Messina in the shotgun. Pitt Combs is the setback. Inside handoff, Pitt Combs. He'll take it around the right side, but he won't go anywhere. Bulldog down past the 40-yard line. It'll be a loss of 6 on the play. Canarsie with a big play by Ronell Cummings, their junior defensive end, number 58. Take another look here at Pitt Combs. Couldn't get started, Howard Cross.
I'm going to tell you what happened right there. Number 58, defensive end, takes on the blocker with his inside shoulder, keeping his outside arm free. Pitt Combs, instead of going inside, following his block, he takes it to the outside. He takes it to the outside like that. That gives the guy that's been blocking, makes him a good tackler. It makes him a good defender by being in that position.
Shotgun, 2nd and 15. The pass is complete on the right side. Messina's throw good to Roman Smith. And he picks up about, call it about 12 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
It's a funny thing about this offense. It's run and shoot, but it's also a no-huddle offense. Reminds me of the old Buffalo offense. They kept going to the Super Bowl those 4 years in a row. Not a lot of huddling. Nobody's getting in there. We're kind of just running the clock. We're not in a hurry. We're not rushing through it. We calls the play at the line to get everybody organized. Everybody knows what he's doing. They check their sleeves, and then they go.
Messina up under center on 3rd and 4.
And right now, he's got an audible going right here. He's changing the play as they adjust the defense.
Play fake. No, he gives it to Pitt Combs. Right tackle. Pitt Combs has the 1st down and more. Inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line. So Messina evidently saw something he thought would give Pitt Combs some running room.
Well, that's pretty good. That's great awareness by the quarterback. He probably has 2 or 3 plays to call when he gets up to the line of scrimmage. When he gets up there, he looks up. The defense does something or adjusts. stops his call right in the middle, stops his cadence, I should say, and goes back to the line and calls a different play, and they know immediately what to do and blocks it. And that's the perfect thing. That's, you know, got a little Peyton Manning in him, you want to call that. You got to like that about it. Young quarterback in high school, you know, being a field general.
First and 10 for Tottenville at the Canarsie 23. They have an 8-point lead, 2:45 to go, second quarter. The New York City High School Football Championship on yes. Messina calling signals, gives it to Pitt Combs. Pitt Combs is going to be gang tackled. Actually, Pitt Combs has taken a break right now. Backup running back is in the lineup for Tottenville. Ronell Cummings on the stop. Messina working hard to try to give his team a chance to get back in the end zone. Edmund Laurier had come in at the tailback spot, relieving Pitt Combs on that play, but one of the Canarsie Chiefs is down with a leg injury. Looks like Alice Stedman may be the player who's injured. Where's number 51? Junior defensive end, plays both ways. So, as the Canarsie staff works on Stedman, they get him up. Tottenville goes to the far sideline to chat with their coach. We'll be right back on Yes. Second and 6. Jonathan Pitt Combs, left side, gets away from one man to the 15, to the 10. He's inside the 10, headed for the 5. Down he goes at about the 7-yard line. So Jonathan Pitt Combs has a first down. Running left side, terrific run, ran through a couple of the Canarsie Chiefs.
You got to rally to him. One guy gets his hand on him. You got to get 2 or 3 other guys to get there. But you notice they're getting great blocks. You only see one guy there. There's not a lot of search around him. He's by himself out there. One guy's getting a tackle. You can't bring him down one man unless you get a big hit on him. And if you don't do that, Pitt Combs, it's going to make you pay.
And they'll spot it at the 8-yard line. First down and goal for Tottenville. They lead it 14-6. 2 minutes to go in the half. Pitt Combs with a huge first half. 141 yards and a rushing touchdown already today. There's Messina again, changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Across a junior quarterback. What an ability to make things work. Here's Pitt Combs. Trying left guard. He'll go nowhere. Maybe a yard. It'll be second and goal.
Yep. Messina's doing a good job because he's standing up over there. And he's actually controlling the clock. He's doing everything. He hands the ball off to Pitt Combs. He kind of goes over to the sideline. Coach Munson gives him the play. He walks back to the line. Never goes into the huddle, not once. Calls the play at the line. And as he's calling the play, he's checking the defense. And just to see who's where. That time, we didn't get the chance to see it, but I'm watching. They actually switched linemen from one side of the line to the other. There are a couple guys just to make sure they're getting the right guy for the right block.
Center Omar Benain making the line adjustment, or rather Jeremy Goldman is the center for Tottenville, making the blocking call. Here's the give. Pitt Combs left side in the clear at the 1, close to the goal line. Flair signal touchdown. Canarsie says no, that he was down at the 1, and the officials have not signaled a touchdown as yet. Tom Massey, who's made a couple of great plays for Canarsie there with the tackle. Timeout is the indication by Coach Jim Munson.
They did something really interesting there. When Tottenville was going to the line, they did something that you don't see all the time. So I think the right guard and the left guard switched so they could actually run the play to the left side, so the guard could actually pull around and get the block, which was a great job for him. And you see Pitt Combs there right at,
wow, man, it was close.
I don't know about that. That's a tough call.
Well, they mark it where the knee goes down, of course, and so that'll put it at the 1, and it'll be third down and goal with 37 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Canarsie hoping to make a goal line stand. They trail by 8, closing in on the end of the first half. There's Mike Camardisi, the veteran coach of Canarsie.
I'm looking for the replay box.
I don't think we have that here.
Oh, okay. I just checked it. I didn't know what happened right
We're
there.
well equipped and well staffed, but of course in high school, no replay of a play like that. Camardisi out on the field to talk to his players. Jim Munson on the far side in his 12th season as the coach of the Tottenville Pirates out on Staten Island. He'll send his quarterback, Frank Messina, into the huddle. Jeremy Goldman is the center for Tottenville. Where's number 71? The same as Omar Benain for Canarsie. Goldman makes the play call, makes the line blocking calls when they get to the line of scrimmage. Messina checks things out. Where's number 12? Pitt Combs is lined up behind him. Third and goal, and here's Pitt Combs up the middle. But he gets crashed down on by Tom Massey again, short of the goal line. It'll be fourth and goal.
That's what I was saying earlier when you got the run and shoot offense. Everybody's spread out wide. You got guys out there. You got The guy who would be your tight end, he split into the slot. The guy would be your backside tight end, split into the slot. Who would be your fullback who split out. You got only 5 guys there.
14 seconds, clock is moving. Messina calling the play. Moving Diego Oquendo far side. Tries to give it to Vicom, shovels it back to Messina. Messina dumps it into the end zone. Looks like it would go incomplete. 2 passes on 1 play. I don't think you can do that anyway. And with 2 seconds left on the clock, it is ruled incomplete. And Canarsie with a goal line stand. The score remains 14-6.
What a play. Look at this. Watch what happens. He gets tackled in the backfield. He shovels it. It should have been a lateral, but I'm assuming they're calling it a lateral because he shovels it forward. And then Messina turns around and he shovels it forward again.
Andrew Malave there to break things up.
Man, that's a
and a man down on the field. Number 32, Leston Charles, the middle linebacker, who's a senior for Canarsie, in the middle of that one to jam things up. Shaken up on the play. So Messina comes to the sideline. Jim Munson not too happy. That's 2 good drives for Tottenville that they've come up with no points out of.
Well, Coach Munson has an explosive offense. He has the talented receivers on the outside. He has the big-time running back to run it. He has a great quarterback who's beyond his years, calling plays at the line of scrimmage and checking off and off. But what he doesn't have is tight ends and fullbacks to help lead plays in a short yardage situation. 3rd and 1, 3rd and goals, 1st and goals. When you get down there, you got to have guys in the block on the edges. And when you don't have that, all you got to do is tell your guys, okay, look, this is what we're going to do. Just stand on the edge of the tackle and bring it hard. What you're going to have to do is fake it inside and pitch it. But you can't fake it because there's no one to fake it to. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Andrew Malave, the Canarsie chief, who was shaken up on that defensive stand, but a big, big series for Canarsie. Tottenville hoping to build a 2-touchdown lead at half. Instead, Canarsie holds, and they will take over on the 1-yard line. Now, there are 2 seconds left on the clock. Do they shoot it downfield one time, or do they take a knee?
Well, it's almost impossible to take a knee because your offensive line, their feet are going to be on the goal line. So if you take a knee, that's a safety.
Jude Primus is the quarterback, and he will sneak it up the middle to run out the clock and end the first half here at Midwood in Brooklyn. So, an exciting first half of football for the New York City High School Championship. Tottenville has the lead, 14-6, but Canarsie very much in the ball game. A lot of hard hitting, a lot of players shaken up, and a lot of excitement. We'll be back with our halftime activities right after this on Yes. Tottenville leading Canarsie by a score of 14-6. It's been a very exciting first half. Of course, this is a huge game. The PSAL has been staging championships for 100 years. We've got some special guests to talk about the 100 years and what this ball game means. Kathleen Grimm, Deputy Chancellor of the New York City Public Schools, welcome.
Well, welcome to you, Rick. We're glad to have you with us today. It's a very exciting game here.
Absolutely, and obviously the emotions run high for both schools.
You can hear it. Yes, the stands are packed and everyone's so enthusiastic.
What kind of season has it been from your perspective?
It's been a wonderful season, just a wonderful season. To see these young people, the discipline that it takes to play these sports and the dedication, they make us proud.
Does it make a statement about the quality of young people that play in athletic programs?
Of course it does. Look at what a wonderful job they're doing out there today, playing their hearts out.
What would you like to see in the second half?
More excitement. And I'm sure we will.
Well, we look forward to that. Thank you very much for being with us today. Let me turn to this side. Marty Oestreicher, you're the chief executive of the PSAL. Terrific competition. Both teams hitting very hard. Are you surprised at that?
No, not at all. And as you know, these are the #1 and #2 seeded teams. We love when it comes out that way. Both undefeated. We couldn't ask for a better competition or a better game.
100 years of public school athletics in the city of New York. Football's been played as a championship sport for several decades now. What's the most memorable thing you've seen over the years?
Well, I would say that I've been here only almost a year, and I've gone to several of the championship games, and they've all been thrilling. And I think what impresses me is what the Deputy Chancellor said, the dedication of our student athletes, the physical discipline as well as the scholastic discipline, as they need to have certain scholastic ability to play. There are certain eligibility requirements. I think it really represents the best that we have in the school system. And I appreciate Yes coming and welcoming you here to get the word out about, what we have here. We have about 40,000 students participating in 30 sports, girls and boys sports.
And that's really been a change over the last couple of decades. Girls sports are very, very big now.
Exactly. Our girls basketball champions, the Bertram team, is a nationally ranked team. Went on to win tournaments nationally. Yeah, the girls' sports is very, very exciting.
What do you look for in the second half?
I look for a close game. I want it to be a close game, and the goal line stand at the end there, I think maybe that'll be something that gives Canarsie the momentum to catch up.
And certainly football weather here. It has gotten quite cool late in the afternoon here at Midwood. Well, we're at halftime of a championship game that looks like it's going to be very intense in the second half. We'll be right back with more here on Yes. Lead. Howard Cross, it looked like Tottenville might be off to the races for a while, but Canarsie fought back. Let's take a look at some first half highlights.
Well, what you're going to see is you're going to see early in the game, the first snap right here, basically in special teams. You get a big block by Diego. He comes down and gets the block and scores, puts Tottenville on top, 7-0. Then it put it in the hands of Pittman Combs there. He starts running the ball up the field, which eventually leads to this score right here, right in the middle for the touchdown from 1 yard out. Then Canarsie, they start to answer back. They start to get their sea leg. See Schultz with a big run, which is very nice because that's their guy. That's the guy they've been looking for to run the ball the whole time. They come right back with a big run, try to Dukes himself, putting it in the end zone. Touchdown. You got to love that. But on the other side of the ball is defense. And although Pittman's having a good game, he's getting hit a lot too. See him sticking right there. You'll see him going across the middle here, and guys are coming up. Watch him drive him back. That's a good defense by Canarsie. As he comes here, they go in to take a lead on the touchdown, but no. Stopped on the one. No touchdown for him, denied right at the half. It has definitely been some big hitting on both sides of the ball. Not a lot of stats to talk about. You got a score 6-14, rushing yards 116 to 147, which is the big story, and the passing yards 19-35. I mean, the 68, which is, you know, it's just not that big of a game so far on either side offensively, but the defense is stepping up big, which we expected to see out of Canarsie. They talked about it, the coach talked about it before the game. He said, we're going to see what their run and shoot's all about. We're going to hit them a lot, and the quarterback can't throw if he's on his back. But they're not really letting him throw it because they're giving it to Big Combs to run the ball.
Well, Canarsie with a couple of great stands in the second quarter to keep it at 14-6. Ready to begin the third quarter. And we are back underway. Diego Oquendo back deep. The ball rolls into the end zone for a touchback. So Tottenville with an 8-point lead will start at their own 20. They'll go left to right here in the third quarter. They'll have it first and 10.
Well, you know what? With that rule, the ball's going in the end zone, and you have to get the fair catch. Not the fair catch, but it's automatic. What do you call it?
Automatic touchback?
Yeah. Automatic touchback. I'm going to call it fair catch. I want to call it everything, but I don't want to call it touchback. The automatic touchback is what happens, and that starts right on the 24, which is, you know, statistically a bad thing for offenses because offenses have a hard time going from their own 20, going the whole 80 yards. But we're going to see what happens. Run and shoot, which has been more run than shoot.
Tottenville with the ball. Messina, first play of the second half. Gives it to Pitcombs. Jonathan Pitcombs for a couple up to about the 22-yard line. Smacked down by Omar Benyani there, number 71, who is one of the tackles on the inside of the defense for Canarsie. And he's had a very big day so far.
Yeah, he's making a lot of tackles. But again, you know, the thing you got to keep watching is not the first guy tackles him and the second guy reaches for the ball. 6 foot, 275. That kid is well fed.
Doesn't miss many laps to the training table.
No, he's doing all right for himself.
Gain of 1 for Pitcombs. Second down, 9 first half. Jonathan Pitcombs ran for about 130 yards. Fake it to him this time, but a whistle and flags. And it looks as though it'll be a procedure penalty against Tottenville. So Tottenville not off to a good start here in the third quarter.
Well, you know what I was going to say earlier in the game, but we're watching. I was thinking, like, man, there's a lot of penalties for two, you know, champion teams. You know, you got the city championship here. You got the 2 of the best teams, number 1 and number 2. And I think maybe the excitement of the game, probably because it's such a big event being the city championship, might give you a little jump.
Remember that Tottenville won this in '97. It was 6 years ago. None of these players were around. Canarsie's never won it. So both teams are trying to make some history here for their school.
Absolutely. I hope nobody was here 6 years ago. Maybe they were.
Nothing we know of that, right? Jim Munson, the head coach, in the purple on the far side for Tottenville. On third and long, Messina to throw. Looks to the left side, and it's incomplete at the 40. He has an excellent arm. They put 2 receivers in the zone, but the pass was offline, intended for Oquendo, number 1.
Well, that time, the receivers, I think, may have had a miscue there because you had a lot of receivers in the same zone. You see him rolling to his left and throwing. You got one guy going across the top. You got another guy on the outside. Yeah, maybe you see him finishing up there right on top of each other. That brings a lot of defenders into that same zone. that is very tough to, it's tough for the quarterback. It gets a little cloudy, as they say, when he's looking downfield.
Danny Delbero threw his hands. Okendo was there as well. 3rd and 13. They used the no huddle in the run and shoot. And here is the quarterback throwing again, left side, and it's incomplete, intended for Willis Howell. Frank Messina with a good shot down the left, but again it falls incomplete, and Tottenville will have to kick.
Now, the thing you got to realize here when you're watching this play is not so much as the quarterback's overthrowing his receiver, but the receiver has to continue to run his route to the very end. You don't stop and you run backwards at the end. You don't do what we call karaoke or shuffle at the end of the route. You run the route to the very end. Give yourself every opportunity to catch the ball. Yes, the ball is a stretch. Maybe it's a little long, but you got to give yourself every opportunity to catch it.
4th and 13. Tottenville deep in their own territory. The quarterback, Messina, also the punter, had one in the first half that wasn't blocked. Bad snap this time. He had to shuffle and try to pass. Gets this one away. It bounces short of midfield. Here's Shoulders. Swings it left side, 40. 35-30. Cut back, headed for the 20. He's got help. He's to the 10. He's to the 5 and brought down at the 3. So Jamal Shoulders with a huge punt return for Canarsie, and the Chiefs are knocking on the door.
And you know what? There's been a lot of plays in this game defensively on both sides of the ball, stopping the run and shoot offense of Tottenville, and then Canarsie's defense has been good. But the special teams has been the story the whole game. The pump block earlier for the touchdown, and now here he is. Look at that move by the young man there going upfield. Nice little shake and bake, and he takes it down to the 1-yard line. You got to love that.
Number 5, Mike Maniscalco, turned around completely. The punter and quarterback, Messina, trying to get there to put a hit on and save the touchdown. The tackle made, though, by number 71. Here's the give to Shoulders to the goal line. We'll see if he gets in. No, it looks as though he's down short of the goal line.
And this is going to be a big defensive stand for Tottenville. Because if they score here, you know the Carnegie, they got to go for 2. They got to. They don't have any choice. Sometimes they have to go for 2 because it's a, 8-point lead. They go for 2 after the score. It's a tie game. We're going to see what happens.
And their coach, Mike Camardisi, does not appear to trust his kicking game very much at all. Jude Primus gives the ball to the backup tailback, Elijah Fleming. Fleming tries the left side. He'll be smacked down in the backfield. Jonathan Pitt-Combs right there, the ace tailback for Tottenville, playing defense, put the hit on him.
Well, you got to play a little defense. When you're in high school, you definitely get a chance to play both ways. But this is the same end zone that Tottenville got shut out of. There might be a wall there they're standing on. They got their back against, and nobody wants to let them in that end zone right there.
So it's 3rd down and goal. They mark it at the 3 after a loss of 2. Canarsie trying to get in position to tie this one up. Just underway, 3rd quarter. Here's Fleming again. He scored the first touchdown. He's headed for the flag. No, he is shoved down by Diego Okendo. 4th and goal. Okendo, who scored the first touchdown today on the punt block from Tottenville, makes a big play on the outside.
I tell you what, Rick, what you're going to notice here is they give the ball to their burner, their scat back. He outruns the first man, but watch Okendo. He turns on the burners to go get him. Okay, you got the fastest guy you're running the ball against your fastest defender, who's also a receiver on the offense coming after you. That's pretty good. This is 6'2", 200-pound senior who's going out to make a play. This is a big play here, 4th and short. You can't, again, it's almost impossible to kick the ball because both teams are giving up blocks. So you got to go for it. You got to get a good play called right here.
It'll be 4th and goal. They'll mark it just short of the 4-yard line for Canarsie. They are primarily a rushing team, and we'll see. Elijah Fleming has their touchdown. Hey, college basketball back on Saturday, the BB&T Classic. The action starts at 1. The George Washington Colonials take on the West Virginia Mountaineers, and then the nationally ranked Gonzaga Bulldogs against the Maryland Terrapins. The BB&T Classic Saturday afternoon at 1, right here on Yes.
Gonzaga, Maryland. Woo.
That ought to be a good one. Gonzaga, some people, they're picking them to go to the Final Four this year.
Well, you know what, Gonzaga is not a small school anymore.
Not in basketball.
They definitely deserve to be ranked pretty high.
Mike Camardisi calling the shots for the Canarsie Chiefs. Undefeated, both clubs are. 12-0 coming in here today. Sailing through the playoffs in both brackets through 3 rounds. And it has been a hard-fought contest. Tottenville has looked to be on the verge of taking control a couple of times. On 4th and goal, here's the give to Shoulders. Stood up before the goal line. Second effort, he's in. Jamal Shoulders for the touchdown.
Jamal Shoulders starts it with the punt return, and then he finishes it with the touchdown. And I'm talking about he didn't just get a touchdown. He had to work for it. He sticks it in there, and that's big.
Jude Primus comes to the near sideline to talk to Coach Mike Camardisi. Here's another look at the touchdown run.
Wow, watch this hit after contact. He got 4 guys in front of him. You know, usually when you see a play like that, you see like the offensive line come and push you in. He pushed himself in.
He did.
He's doing a good job. Nice low to the ground. Driving those feet will not be denied. You got to like that. Now here comes the big play, the two-point conversion.
14-12 Tottenville. The Canarsie Chiefs will line up and try for two. Primus is the quarterback. They'll line up with a full house backfield. Leston Charles, number 32, the fullback. Now Grant goes out to the wing along with Chris McCary. That's McCary in motion, right side. Primus rolling right. Will he keep it? Will he throw? He throws, and it's incomplete. Off the fingertips of Chris McCary at the back of the end zone. So the point after attack by Canarsie, no good, but we see a flag on the field. The officials talking things over at the 15-yard line. Primus comes to the near sideline to talk to his coach. What the referee has to say, illegal procedure against Canarsie. Undoubtedly, it will be declined by Tottenville. It will be declined. So the score will stand. Tottenville holds. They lead 14-12. 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. The New York City High School Championship. We'll be back on Yes. Cross, Iberick Benjamin, 9:01 to play, third quarter. The New York City High School Championship is on the line. Canarsie and Tottenville, a couple of unbeaten teams. Jamal Shoulders has really shown us a lot today, Howard.
Hey, Jamal Shoulders is taking the brunt of the running game, taking it down the field over and over again, taking a hit, doing all he can to get this team to victory. And when he's not doing that, he's returning kicks. Taking a punt right there all the way down to the 1-yard line, and you think that he's not going to get in. They give it to him at the very last play on 4th and maybe 2, and he gets it in for the touchdown.
Emmanuel Bowen, short kickoff for Canarsie. Taken by number 10, comes to the 40-yard line, headed to midfield. The kickoff only went about 25 yards. Tyrone Joseph on the stop. Keith Okendo making the catch of that short kickoff and the return. Now let's take a look at the two-point conversion try for Canarsie that failed at the goal line. Jude Primus throwing the ball. I'm sure that Tottenville didn't expect this.
Well, right there, he almost has a chance to run it in, although you do see number 48 bearing down on him. And he has it, just floats it just a little too much. That is a big-time play. You got to have that play in the championship game. That could be the play that you'll remember for the rest of your life.
There was a penalty called on the conversion anyway against Canarsie, so if it had been good, Tottenville would have taken the penalty and would have forced him to try it one more time. Tottenville, first down at their own 46. Jonathan Pickton, left side for no gain. Smacked down. James Lawson, the senior outside linebacker, number 8, right there again. He has been huge today. Leston Charles in the middle there as well on the tackle.
Well, now they're squeezing down on the running game. They're making sure that if the quarterback's going to throw the ball, okay, you got to throw the ball, but you're not going to keep running it on us over and over again. And they're bringing guys in tighter and tighter. When you have the run and shoot, you expect the defense to be spread out all over the field. When they start to squeeze down on you, they're not respecting the pass at all.
As you would see, it's been a while since we've seen an NFL team use the run and shoot. No huddle, of course. Here's Messina back to throw on second down. Deep down the middle. He's got a man. Caught by Okendo. Okendo with a one-hand grab. He is headed all the way for a touchdown. Diego Okendo, who scored the first touchdown of the day for Tottenville on that punt block, takes the grab and goes all the way for a score, and it's 20-12.
I'll tell you what, Okendo is making the plays. He had one long one called back for a touchdown earlier. On this one, he didn't get quite as open, but he still makes an incredible catch for the touchdown. One-handed. That's a big-time catch. And this young man right here, there might be a few schools looking at him also.
Hopefully we'll get another look at it after the point after try. I've got to believe that Messina took a chance by throwing it in there because Okendo was well covered.
Well, you know, Okendo probably had him beat early, but again, you're throwing the ball on a windy day. I don't know if the wind's helping or the wind's against, but whatever happens, when it gets in the air like that, you never know what's going to happen. If you don't put a tight spiral and throw it with some heat, it'll float on you.
Point after is good by Danny Dalbero. So Tottenville responds to the Canarsie touchdown with a passing touchdown of their own. Tottenville leads it 21-12. We'll be back. Canarsie had gone down the field and scored after a long punt return. Closed it to within 2 points. They failed on the two-point conversion try. Tottenville right back. One run went nowhere. Then a 55-yard touchdown pass from Messina to his wideout, Diego Okendo, who has been all over the field on offense, defense, and special teams today.
Oquendo's definitely he knows he's going to be staying on. Yes, he wants to make sure that when he gets this tape, he's going to have something to show everybody. He said, oh, that's me, number one. That's me, number one again. Oh, yeah, that's number one making a play. That's me. That's the guy that keeps talking about Oquendo.
Christmas gifts for the whole family. And to top it all off, here he is on kickoff coverage on the far side of the field as well.
Oh, man.
Danny Delbero to kick off. Bouncer down the middle, mishandled at the 18-yard line. McCary picks it up the middle toward the 30, 35, trying to break into the clear, and he's brought down at the 37-yard line. So Chris McCary, Diego Oquendo right there to help on the stop, along with Alex Rivera, and Canarsie will have it first down. Now here's the touchdown pass. Messina with the play fake.
Nice protection thrown into the... Oh! We got a little shovey dove there. That's all right, though. The officials didn't see it that way. Nice touchdown. Well, he had the play right there. You see him throwing the ball deep. And just a little bump off to give him a touchdown. Hey, the officials don't see it. It's not a penalty. That's what I used to say about holding all the time.
There you go.
I wasn't really holding, but if they thought it was holding, if they didn't see it, it was a good block.
First down, the tailback Elijah Fleming is in the ball game. Tries to sweep left. Diego Oquendo there for the stop. Face mask is the call. A flag thrown right into the pile. And that will be a personal foul. So we'll see where they'll end up marking the ball. Gain of a couple on the first down carry. Gain of 3 to the 41-yard line. And they will mark it off 15 from that point. So it will be a first down. That'll move it past midfield. Inside the 45-yard line of Tottenville on the personal foul face mask call on Oquendo. He's been everywhere. That's not where he wanted to be, right?
I didn't want to say anything, but as many good plays he's making. Oh, that's a bad play right there.
Yikes.
Getting a little love right there. I don't know if that's quite a face mask, though. I didn't see his head turn. Got the shield on. It's hard to face mask got all that stuff on.
On first down, Jamal Shoulders number 5. He got Canarsie back in the ballgame a few moments ago with that long punt return and then the touchdown. Picks up a couple on the first down carry. It's 2nd and 8 at the 43.
Well, you got to watch these guys here. You see number 5. Here he is, 48, 5'8". He's a big guy. Look at all the passes he got on. He looks a lot bigger than that in person.
Senior Astrid Mirzo, one of the inside linebackers. Tottenville on defense plays a 4-4. Good defense, I would think, against a primarily rushing team. Here's Shoulders again up the middle. Gets away from a couple of men. 40, 35, around the corner. He is gone. 20 to the 10. Headed to the house. Jamal Shoulders. Touchdown, Canarsie.
How tall is Jamal Shoulders? Is he stepping over guys? What is going on over there?
He's too quick and too smart. And he's a sophomore.
Look at this guy here. Watch this. He's just incredible running the ball up the middle. He's being hit. It's the yards after contact that are getting the touchdown, which is amazing.
Here's the play. Handoff, takes it left side. Big hole, ducks it around the corner.
One guy reaches for him. You can't reach for him. You got to hit him. And he's gone. Nobody's even near him. He's going to outrun the official. The official's got a chance to beat him. Oh, he gets there in time. Good job by the official. Nice run and a touchdown. He definitely blew by our camera guy there.
Linebacker Nick Liverani for Tottenville tried to chase down Jamal Shoulders, who won an award at halftime from the Public School Athletic League.
Yeah, he's definitely a leader on the field.
Go for 2 again. This is Fleming, and he will be smothered at the 8-yard line. So Elijah Fleming, as they give Shoulders a rest. Fleming trying to go left side for 2, and it fails again. And, it's starting to look, Howard Cross, as though if Canarsie doesn't win this game, it'll be because of their inability to kick and play special teams.
Well, both teams are having a little trouble with special teams. I've seen a lot of kicks blocked, seen a lot of pressure on punters and kickers. And when that's happening, you have to go for 2 every time.
Yeah.
That puts a lot of pressure on your offense to keep scoring. Right now, it looks good, but you never know what's going to happen.
Mike Camberdisi, though, has Canarsie very much in the ballgame. The 2-point try fails. Tottenville leads it 21-18. Canarsie coming right back after the long touchdown pass by Tottenville. Canarsie right back, couple of rushes. They're in the end zone again.
Well, that would be an easy score. It would be a field goal, but in this case, it's got to be a touchdown.
Well, I had seen Darren Austin, their place kicker, on film a couple of times, and honestly, he does not appear to have a very strong leg. He's a straight-ahead kicker, which you hardly ever see anymore. Yeah. The point-after attempts that we saw on some of the game tapes, they were full of adventure for Canarsie. So I can understand why they make that decision. But as you say, they've got to be able to get 2 if they're going to get in the ball game.
Well, what happens is that you get these kids coming up, and you need to have a soccer kid or a good soccer program to get kids with the ability to kick the ball soccer style, to get it downfield and to get a chance to have field goals and stuff. If you don't have that, there's no chance for the field goal. as you watch
Dalbero.
the return right here.
Dalbero on the return for Tottenville up to the 29-yard line. Nick Lewis right there to make the play for Canarsie. So Tottenville gets the ball back. We've had quick scoring here in the third quarter. 7 minutes to play. Tottenville now with a 3-point lead, 21-18.
Yeah, let's see what happens here with Canarsie. Are they going to be inspired defensively now to get after these guys? They're going to need to be, because with the quick strike, the ability of the run and shoot, as we've seen, there's been a lot of run in the first half. Now we see some shoot. It's going to be interesting to see what goes on from this point on.
Again, no huddle. The run and shoot offense employed here by Tottenville. Messina brings them to the line. 1st and 10. They're at their own 29-yard line. 5 minutes gone in the third quarter. And the give is to the tailback, Jonathan Pitcomb. Smashes up over the 30 to about the 33. Gain of 4. It'll be 2nd down 6.
Well, they're going to go with it, to go with the spread, you know, go ride the horse that brought him here. They'll keep getting the Pitcomb, get him right up the middle. Let's see what happens. A good first down, getting 4 or 5 yards. Every time we give the ball, you want that. Every team in America wants that. I don't care what level you're at. If you get 4 yards on the first down, that's positive yard. That's what you want. You want the 2nd and 6 for sure.
2nd and 6, and here it is. Pitcombs again, this time over right guard. Gets a couple. Fights his way up to the 35-yard line, 36-yard line. So give him 3. It'll be 3rd down 3. Omar Benaim there on the tackle for Canarsie. Benaim, number 71. He's a junior. Plays one of the defensive tackle spots. Plays on offense as well.
Here we go again. You see Messina taking the play from the sideline. The entire offense is looking at him. The whole Tottenville offense is looking to the sideline. They're trying to get the play. He comes back, he gives a couple signals, and he's looking at both sides, make sure they got the snap count, know what's going on. Which, you know, seems like to me that would give Canarsie the jump, as I was about to say. And you see it happens right there. Because if you look into the sideline, you never take the huddle, then you actually almost always know what the snap count is. So I'm thinking the coaches probably said, okay, we know they're going on 1. Let's get them when they go on 1. That time it might have a little trickery for them. So that's pretty good.
That will give Tottenville the first down. The call is encroachment against Canarsie. But maybe they sent a message there. They knocked Messina down on that play. Ever see a defense do that on purpose?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
To send a message?
They do hit you a lot to send a message. That is good. It's not like hockey, of course, but in football, if you can hit them hard, that lets them know, okay, we're going to be back in a few minutes, and you're not going to get away with anything.
41-yard line of Tottenville after the penalty. 1st and 10. 21-18, a 3-point lead for Tottenville. Here's Pitcombs, right side, running room. Up close to midfield. He's brought down at about the 47-yard line. 6-yard burst for Pitcombs, tackled by Steve Williams.
Pitcombs is definitely taking the brunt of it. He's looking to the sideline to get the play. He's going to check his sleeve to make sure he's got it right. And they continue to keep hitting him. They're going to keep pounding him. Canarsie definitely said they're going to hit him a lot. You can make sure every play they make, they're going to make from their back. Well, they're getting after them. They're living up to their part of what they said. I'm impressed with them so far.
3 wides left. Look at them check their wristbands as the play call's made by Messina at the line. 2nd and 4. Pitcombs right side. He will be smacked down. Loses 1. And it will be 3rd down and 5. Alice Stedman right there for Canarsie to make the initial hit. And then a host of blue jersey Chiefs right there to stick it to Pitcombs.
Yeah, a lot of people say, now look at the strength of Pitcombs and see him standing up and keeping his feet and showing that he won't go down. But at the same time, that takes a lot of energy to stand up when guys are hitting you. You don't go down. Sometimes it's almost better just to go down if you can get down safely than to keep running around.
Well, they mark it back at the 47, so it's 3rd down 4. Messina brings him to the line. Pump fakes, looking to throw. He's got a man down the middle. Incomplete. Off the fingertips of Danny Dalbero at the 18-yard line. Dalbero had broken into the clear. Messina floated it out there just a little too far, and it's 4th and 4.
I'll tell you what, you got to make that. It's the championship.
Yeah.
This is the last game of the year.
A young Howard Cross would have gathered that in.
Oh, I would have dived out there, had been all scarred up, and probably not have caught it. But it would have been a good try. I'd have made it look good, just like he did right there. It was a great play.
Messina stood right in there with hands in his face. You got to like that.
You know what? Messina's showing me a lot right now. He's just a junior. There's going to be a lot of colleges floating around these areas trying to get a look at this kid next year to see if he can run their offense like he's running this offense.
Messina to punt from his own 36-yard line. Good snap, no pressure. Right side, shoulders with a fair catch call. He'll let it bounce, and it takes a Tottenville roll down to the 13-yard line. It'll be touchdown there, and Canarsie will start deep in their own territory. 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Tottenville with a 3-point lead. We'll be back on Yes. Giants Stadium, number 2 in the country. Don Bosco Prep, Bergen Catholic, a showdown of powerhouse teams. All the action, the New Jersey Parochial Championship next Monday night at 7 here on Yes. On first down, the carry by Elijah Fleming, who has scored one of the Canarsie touchdowns today. Nick Liverani on the stop. Tried the right side, picked up 4. It'll be second down 6 for Canarsie. I'm impressed with the Chiefs, Howard Cross. They have been behind the whole way, but they have fought back. They've hung right in there. This is a heck of a ball game as we get close to the end of the third period.
You know what Canarsie said, we talked to the coach, we were out on the field, we talked to him. The little coach is fired up, talking about how his team is going to make some hits, make some plays, and they were ready to be physical. And I tell you what, they're definitely ready to be physical.
Chris McCary with the catch on the wide-out screen down the sideline to midfield to the 40. Tottenville with one man trying to get him out of bounds and makes the saving stop. On the near sideline, Mike Maniscalco managed to shove McCary out of bounds. Inside, we'll see where they mark it. Looks like it'll be at about the 21-yard line. We'll see where they place the ball. And they're walking it back a little bit. Looks like he might have stepped out of bounds at about the 28. Here it is, that wide-out screen.
McCary has the guy, Diego, who's been making plays all day long. He's been there. He has him dead to rights, and he gets shook and gone to field. Kendo's making the play. He's right there. He's on top of him. And Kendo's got to make that play. He can't catch it from behind because he's going in one direction. He's got to change direction. It's too late. He's gone.
On first down, Jamal Shoulders up the middle. Good gainer. Inside the 25, down to the 23-yard line. Give him 5. It'll be second down 5 for Canarsie. Nick Liverani there on the stop for Tottenville. Canarsie unable to get an extra point, Howard, but if they can get on the board, they can take the lead.
Hey, you know what? 6 is better every time. That means that you just keep scoring 6. If you can't get the extra point, it doesn't matter. Just keep scoring. That's what you got to do. You look at them here right now. They're having a good time. Everybody's moving. They got a great play on first down and right up the middle again.
Jude Pramus, the quarterback, gives it to Shoulders. He is taken down at the line of scrimmage, maybe a half-yard pickup. Marking it about the 23, and it'll be third down, a long 4. Diego Oquendo and Liverani there on the tackle for Tottenville.
Well, this is going to be a big play for him right now because Canarsie has to figure out a way to get over this third down stretch. They're going to throw the ball. You got to make sure it's got to be at least a 4 or 5 yard catch, and the receiver may have to stretch out to get there first time. If you're going to run the ball, you got to have some great blocking. I'm telling you right now, Tottenville is going to definitely rush upfield and do everything they can to stop it. This is a big game rushing. Canarsie 175, and Tottenville 175 and Canarsie 162. That's pretty good. I'd say that's good for any level.
Sure.
They have that many yards rushing in one game.
And it shows you how evenly matched these two ball clubs are. The officials moving in to stop the clock momentarily and reset everybody. Minute 55 to go, third quarter. Pramus, wide out screen right side. It's complete. And the receiver, Doyen Grant, will be smacked down in the backfield. Loss of a couple on the play. So Grant caught the pass but couldn't get started. Willis Howell on the tackle. Oquendo over there as well for Tottenville. It'll be 4th and 3. Now, we've seen this movie before from Canarsie. They're liable to go for it.
Well, they don't really have a lot of choices. If they don't go for it, they'd have to kick a field goal. Well, we know they're not going to be able to kick a field goal. It's probably going to get blocked. Well, if they don't go for it, they'd have to punt it. Well, they did have a bunt block the first punt they had for a touchdown. I guess we better go for it because you got to hedge your bet. And right now, they have a possibility of getting it. It's only 3 yards there. 2 yards, so if they get this first down, this could be a big dagger to Tottenville.
At the Tottenville 21 on 4th down, pitch it to Shoulders. Trying to get around the left corner. Shoulders on the halfback option, had a man wide open. It is incomplete. Doyen Grant, no one anywhere near him at the goal line. Shoulders threw it short, and it'll go over to Tottenville on down.
Well, the problem is right there is that even though Shelton had a chance to throw the ball downfield, he had a lot of pressure on him because what are you looking for if he gets the ball? You're looking to make a play. Number 51 hots him down, making sure he doesn't have a chance to set his feet to throw the ball. If he has time to set his feet, that's a touchdown because there is nobody back there for defense. Nobody around.
Doyen Grant could have caught the E-train from there. No one near him. And a gutsy call, certainly, by the head coach of Canarsie, Mike Camardisi, to go for it with that sort of a play on 4th and 3.
Hey.
Tottenville will start now from their own 21. 1st and 10, less than a minute to go, third quarter. Jonathan Pitts-Combs takes the handoff. He will be smacked down. Omar Benaim right there to make the play for Canarsie, and he's been a force inside today.
Yeah, that's a big man. I'm telling you right now, I'm looking at him. He is definitely coming upfield. He's making some plays. But, you know, we go back to the play, the 4th down play. Everybody, we saying it's a gutsy call, but not really because if you can't kick the field goal, you got to make the play. What better way to do it than have a little trick play, a little trickery, get everybody sucked up on your big-time running back, and let him throw the ball downfield. One more block, and that's a play we're talking about for a long time.
Gain of 1, 2nd and 9. Here's Messina throwing deep down the middle. Juggled and caught. Down the sideline. He could go all the way. Knocked down at the 15-yard line. A flag and a face mask call. Chris McCary on the defensive move there. Paul, the reception for Tottenville. Cleveland Paul, the senior wideout in the ball game for the first time today, took the ball away from McCary in the backfield.
Very nice right there. The ball tipped into the air. Great concentration by Paul to make it. And you see him going for the ball, misses it, and he gets his face mask at the end. Oh, he's right there to make the play. You can't catch it, bat it down. I know you're in position to make the interception. I know you want to make the interception, but bat it down and huddle him up again.
Tyrone Joseph nearly made the play to knock that ball to the ground. The personal foul half the distance to the goal. They'll spot the ball at the 12-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10.
I think Tyrone was definitely going for the interception.
No doubt
about it. He tries to knock it down. There's no, we're back here again running the next play, 3rd down.
So it's 1st down and 10. Tottenville after the completion and then the penalty. Pitch it out. Oh, Pitt Combs misends and it's loose. It's picked up by Canarsie. Canarsie able to take the ball. 58 with it down the left sideline. Messina trying to catch up to him and tackle him. And Messina knocks him out of bounds. How about that? Ronell Cummings, one of the defensive linemen for Canarsie, one of the ends, picking up the loose ball after the bad pitch to Jonathan Pitt Combs. And the quarterback, Frank Messina, with a saving tackle. We've seen everything here today.
This is exciting football. This is great. No better way to have a championship than to have big plays all over the field. We got offense and defense, and now this right here return is great.
That was the last play of the 3rd quarter. We need to catch our breath, and I'm sure you do too. So Canarsie will have it in scoring position to begin the 4th quarter. The New York City High School Championship. Tottenville leads by 3. We'll be back on Yes. Sort of the defensive end scooped up that bad pitch that Jonathan Pitt Combs couldn't handle. Rumbled near the goal line. Howard Cross, here it is again.
There you go. You see him pick it up. Oh, it keeps his balance, which is nice. But the big thing that's going on is Messina saves himself to get there.
Elijah Fleming, left tackle on first play, touchdown. Elijah Fleming on 1st down from the 14-yard line. A rerun of his first touchdown of the day, except it was to the other side of the field, and Canarsie takes the lead.
I don't think Fleming wanted us to talk about Messina. He's like, yo, no, I want to score a touchdown. Get off Messina. I'm the man you need to be watching. Highlight me, circle me, put the pointer on me. I'm the man.
Here's another look at it in the ball game for Shoulders. Busts it over the left side. Nobody put a hand on it.
I tell you what, the thing you notice there is some great blocking. When you get that free, I might have been able to run through that hole. I'm not quite as quick as that young man, but I could have got through that. That's very nice. Great blocking up front. And again, what are we going for? 2. Of course. What else?
24-21 Canarsie. They have shown an inability to kick the ball today, so again they'll go for 2. They line up in the full house backfield, and we'll see if the wings go out. They do. McCary far side. As Jude Primus calls signals from the 3-yard line. 11:56 to go in the game. Primus rolling right. Does he keep it himself this time? He will go down. Put the ball on the ground as well. He will not get there. So again, Canarsie unable to score the conversion, and it'll stay 24-21.
Yeah, but again, even though they're unable to score on the conversion, you notice if you score touchdowns, it's going to look good.
Well, Jude Primus tried the rollout again. Didn't throw it this time, but didn't get to the end zone either. So, 11:56 remaining. We'll be right back on Yes. Time today. Nice touchdown run. 2nd of the day for tailback Elijah Fleming. Canarsie's been unable, Howard Cross, to convert any of the touchdowns, any of the point-after opportunities. They're 0 for 4. Missed a kick. They've gone for 2 3 times and missed all 3. But as you say, 4 touchdowns, that's got them the lead.
Hey, you know what? As long as you score a touchdown, every time you get a touchdown for them, it's like 2 field goals because they're not going to get the field goals.
Tottenville about to get the ball back. Canarsie will kick it from the 40. And we will see what happens. Their punter also handles the kickoff duties. That's Emmanuel Bowen, number 30.
You know what's going to be interesting here, Rick? I do believe the wind is actually picking up.
Yeah.
If it wasn't blowing enough, it's picking up now. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the run and shoot from Tottenville. They're going to be able to run the ball, or they're going to, or like they've been doing the whole game, or are they really going to try to pass it every down?
And here comes Bowen to put the toe to the ball. He's got a little help from the wind this time. It comes down at the 18-yard line to Diego Oquendo, but whistles and offside against the kicking team, against Canarsie. So that'll take it back 5. And they will kick it one more time. Bowen over to talk to his coach before they put the ball back on the tee. And Howard Cross, we've seen about everything you could see in a high school football game here today. Jonathan Pitt-Combs, who was such a force in the first half, the tailback for Tottenville, Canarsie's really stopped him here in the second half.
I tell you what, when you see a great running back, you see guys like a Ricky Williams you think of, who gets stronger as the game goes longer because he keeps pounding. That means the offensive line is taking over the game and they keep driving the ball. In this case, Canarsie's defense seems to be getting stronger. And by that, they're getting to him, they're hitting him harder. The harder you hit him, the more times you hit him, he can't keep running strong the whole game. You're going to wear him down. And I think Mr. Pitt-Combs, he's going to get some air over there, somebody to sub in for him on defense because they're getting to him and they're getting to him a lot.
Bowen's kick this time taken by Danny Dalbero at the 25 up to the 30, headed for the 40 and down at the 41. So a good return by Danny Dalbero puts Tottenville in very good shape. 1st and 10 at the 41. James Lawson has been all over the place on defense for Canarsie, right there to make the hit. It'll be 1st and 10 Tottenville.
Now, Rick, I got to ask you something because I'm just noticing this and I'm just watching the floor game. And we just said they can't kick field goals. But that was a great kick right there. It seems like if he tried to kick a field goal, I mean, I must admit the things you do notice, it wasn't very high. But if he did try to kick a field goal, he might have an opportunity to get it in there.
Perhaps. I'm sure that Mike Camardisi and his staff have tried that. He might have kicked the center in the pants a couple of times. That may be why they decided not to. Frank Messina brings his ball club to the line. 1st and 10. First time today, Tottenville has been behind. Messina to throw. Down the middle, wide open is Dalbero. He overthrows him at the 30-yard line.
On that particular play, Dalbero is definitely open down the middle of the field. Stops running because he looks back. He's so open. He's wondering, does he see me? Does he see me? He slows down. Don't stop your route. Always run. Finish your route. See the quarterback drops back. He has time. He sees him. Throws the ball downfield. Look, you see him trying to restart his engine. You can't restart. If you got a streak down the middle of the field, you got to catch the ball. You got to keep running.
Second time, I believe, that we've seen Dalbero somewhat quit on the pass route.
Well, he didn't really quit. He kind of stops. He's slowing down to get the view of the quarterback. You don't have to get the view of the quarterback. You run to your spot. Especially if you're running what they call a go or a streak. Keep going.
Jonathan Pitt-Combs tries the right side. He picks up 4 on 2nd and 10. So Jonathan Pitt-Combs, one of his better runs here in the second half. But a host of Canarsie Chiefs, Alice Stedman and others there to take him down at the far sideline. 11:28 to go. Clock moving. 3rd down and a long 6. Make it 7 as they spot the ball at the 44-yard line. And Tottenville now with their backs against the wall a little bit for the first time.
Well, they definitely got their backs against the wall, and Pitt-Combs is definitely taking the brunt of the load. But they're going to have to get the ball, and these guys are going to have to make these plays and catch just like that one right there. Nice grab. But the quarterback throws it out. The number 21 making an excellent grab on the sideline. That's Mr. Smith, I do believe.
Yep, Roman Smith with the catch on 3rd and 7. First down for Tottenville.
You know, Smith does a good job getting past the sticks, turning around, and making the catch. What you got to do is you got to have, everybody's got to know, okay, this is the championship. This is our big drive. Every play counts. We can't slow down. We got to make a play every time.
Impressive for a high school player. Sometimes you see guys in the NFL don't know where the first down marker is. So that was a good pass route and a good completion by Frank Messina. First down and 10, Tottenville. They're in Canarsie territory now at the 49-yard line. 4 wideouts, and they give the ball to Pitt-Combs. First man misses him at midfield. Pitt-Combs to the 45-yard line of Canarsie. He'll be wrestled out of bounds there, and a flag for a late hit on Jonathan Pitt-Combs.
Well, I don't think they need to hit him late. They're hitting him early and often. He's not getting started the way he was at the beginning of the game, where he was taking that ball and blowing downfield. And right now, everybody's getting to him. Everybody's getting a hand on him. When you get a couple guys getting a hand on him early, it's tough. There was him a late hit. I think they called it a face mask.
They did at the sideline. Take another look at it. Pitt-Combs swinging around the left side. Got by the first player coming after him. That was Tom Massey.
I think what's going on here is that these guys are They're just reaching for anything they can. I think they're reaching for the ball. When they're reaching and slapping for the ball, they're actually catching the face mask. You know, was that a 15-yarder?
5-yarder.
5-yarder. So that's what's happening. They're reaching for the ball. As you saw a while ago in the long pass, they're trying to get the ball out, and when they're slapping, their hands getting caught in the face mask. Sometimes it's going to happen when you're that aggressive.
So Jonathan Pitt-Combs runs his mark for the day to 172 yards. They call it 1st and 1 after the penalty call. That's at the 40-yard line of Canarsie. And here's the give to Pitt-Combs. Busts it up the middle. 1st down and more. He's to the 35-yard line.
He has 28 carries in the run and shoot. That's a lot of run and not that much shoot.
But when Messina has thrown, as you said, Howard, he's got a really good arm, and he's been pretty accurate today.
You know, he's been pretty accurate. His receivers got to stick with him and trust him, and he's getting the ball down the field.
Omar Benet, number 71, on the tackle for Canarsie. So that is a 1st down for Tottenville. Moving the ball. They're at the Canarsie 35-yard line. 10:40 to play in the 4th quarter. Tottenville trailing by 3 for the first time today. Messina taking his time, brings his club to the line of scrimmage, gives it to Pitt-Combs. Big hole left side to the 30, to the 25, and goes down at the 24-yard line. So Jonathan Pitt-Combs starting to get his sea legs again, maybe nearly 10 yards on that pop. Tackled by Stephen Williams.
Well, Pitt-Combs does a good job right there taking the ball to the left side. You see him take it, watching, following his blockers, following the big number 72 there, and he gets in the open field. And the guy has to go low on him, hit him in his legs again. They keep working on him. You know, there's 2 or 3 guys hitting after the fact. After he's going down, 2 or 3 other guys jump on him and slow him down.
1st and 10 at the Canarsie 24-yard line for Tottenville. Andrew Babako, number 72, the right tackle, nearly 300 pounds. He is, of course, up there, 310, according to our numbers. Messina gives it to Pitt-Combs. Tries the right side behind Babako and his colleagues over there. It's up to the 20. Inside the 20, down to the 19. Are they trying to take time off the clock here by keeping it on the ground?
Right now with the wind and you got your receivers stopping, you know, you can surely get 4 or 5 yards running the ball, and they're going to try to pound it in there. If they pound it in there, they you know, you also got to remember that these guys are on defense. They also play offense.
Yeah.
So you're trying to get them as tired as possible by pounding them to get the ball into the end zone. If you can get it in the end zone when they come back and they turn around, they have to play offense, they're going to be tired, and it's going to be hard for them to make these blocks. So the same guys they're blocking now are going against on defense. They're going to be going against on offense.
2nd and 5, Tottenville at the Canarsie 19-yard line. Messina calling signals. Pitt-Combs again up the middle. Close to the 17, maybe a yard or 2. Whistle finally blows. Andrew Malave and a host of others right there for Canarsie. Alice Stedman, number 51, always around the ball as well to help out on the stop.
Well, Pitt-Combs is definitely still sticking it up in there. Coach is giving it to him again and again. Now we got a 3rd down situation here. Coach has got to make a decision. Am I going to give it to Pitt-Combs one more time, or am I going to try to pass it? Well, it's the run and shoot. We're looking for the pass, so we're going to see what's going to happen. When everybody's spread out, maybe they're going to rush the quarterback. Maybe he could actually throw a screen pass. He could throw the wide receiver screen. He could do a lot of things. But the end zone is right there. We're going to see what happens.
3rd down and 4 at the Canarsie 18-yard line. Pitt-Combs again. He's done nothing but carry the ball. Has a little bit of space, but he's going to get stacked up and thrown backwards by Thomas Massey again. Massey, number 85, has really been huge on defense for Canarsie.
Well, Coach that time decided to go for he tries to go for the run. By that, when you run that many times, your well might be a little dry. Your star running back, he's a little tired. I mean, he's not running tired, but he looks like the guys are getting faster on defense, and they're going to keep hitting.
So it'll be 4th down and 4. Yeah, we were expecting to show you that last carry by Jonathan Pitt-Combs there. We get a whistle and a timeout by Tottenville. So 8 minutes left in regulation time. Canarsie with a 3-point lead over Tottenville in the 4th quarter. It's the New York City Public School Athletic League Championship here on Yes. We'll be back. Finding moment with 8:03 to play, but Tottenville trailing by 3. Howard Cross. They're on the 17, 18-yard line of Canarsie. It's 4th and 4. They're going to go for it here. What do they do?
Well, they tried to run the ball. I think now you exhausted options. If you're going to go for it, you better get the 1st down. Or be sure to get the 1st down. Throw it past 4 yards. So we're going to see what happens in the run and shoot.
Oh, and a problem. Ball on the ground. It's handled, picked up by Canarsie. Bad snap from center, and we'll see if they rule it is Canarsie ball. James Lawson. Looked as though there was going to be a penalty. The center snapped the ball. Everybody wasn't set, and Messina wasn't ready for it.
Well, Messina's doing what he's been doing the entire game. He's calling the play from the sideline, He goes up, puts his hand on the center, but before he can get his hands under there, the center snaps the ball again, excited. It's the moment is getting after him a little bit. He's trying to get something, make something happen. It is, after all, the championship. He wants something to happen. He gets a little anxious. He snaps it, pulls the trigger just a little too soon.
I don't think the center heard the snap count correctly, or the rest of the team didn't. So it's first down, Canarsie in their own territory. And here is Elijah Fleming. Busts into the clear at the 40-yard line. He's up near midfield. Elijah Fleming at the tailback spot. Diego Oquendo made the touchdown-saving stop for Tottenville. And now it's Canarsie that's got Tottenville back on their heels.
I'll tell you what, they're running that double-fisted thing of Fleming and Schultz. You got to do something. You got to figure out what to do. And look at his speed when he comes up. He gets a little contact. Oquendo saves the touchdown right there.
Now, is that one of the differences for Canarsie? Tottenville relying solely on Jonathan Pitcombs. Canarsie can run two good tailbacks in there.
When you have two running backs in the game, you got a chance to rest one, give one a chance, and you got two different styles. Both guys, not the biggest guys in the world with a lot of speed, but Schultz comes in with all that power. He keeps hitting and driving and getting his legs down, whereas excuse me, whereas the other running back is going with you with great speed. After he takes the ball, you don't know if he's going to go to the house, or he's going to break it outside, he's going to give you the move. You got a lot to worry about with both backs like that.
But Jamal Shoulders around right tackle for a yard. It's 2nd and 9. Ball spotted just over midfield in Tottenville territory. So Canarsie now with a 3-point lead. Clock moving, 7:10 to play in the fourth quarter. If they can put a touchdown on the board here, it would be huge. Here's another give to Shoulders, right side to the 46-yard line. Diego Oquendo right there with some help for Tottenville. Aversano, number 34, one of the other linebackers there with Oquendo to wrestle Shoulders to the turf.
I'll tell you what was big right there. Oquendo comes up and somebody puts a big lick on him. And as they put a big lick on him, he looks over at the coaching staff and sounds like, oh, no, I'm still here. I'm going to make the tackle. That's really nice. You tell what, these two teams don't like each other.
Plenty of attitude on both sides. You gotta like that.
I think they're going to start their own little rivalry. They haven't had one, but they're going to make one today. He's going to make their rivalry. Especially with all these players that are coming back for both teams.
3rd down 5 for Canarsie. They're at the Tottenville 46. Jude Primus, play fake, wants to throw, heavy pressure. He's going to be sacked for a huge loss. They'll mark it at the 41 or 42-yard line, but that is going to be a loss of 13 yards, and it'll be 4th down. Jonathan Pitcombs, he's got some gas left in his tank. He was right there to make the hit.
Here's a great play right here. You see everybody coming up. Pitcombs is free. Oh, you're not going to get by him. He's been running to get you all day. And again, another Oquendo on the tackle. These guys are everywhere. If it's not Keith making the play, it's the other one. What was it? Keith and Diego, both of these guys are making every play. Now, here comes a tough thing.
They're going to punt.
Special teams, and they got to kick the ball. And look here, they're coming.
Emmanuel Bowens had one blocked, returned for a touchdown today. Mishandles the snap. Bowen tries to run. He goes around the left side. He gets away from one man. He gets away from another man. Still on his feet at midfield and out of bounds. So Emmanuel Bowen had to pull it down, dropped the ball, took off left side. Nowhere near a first down. Tottenville will take over at midfield. Nick Liberani finally making the tackle.
And again, there he goes. He has to step over. Takes his eye off the ball at the last second and mishandles it. And has the speed, though, to make up something for it. Because if not, the ball has been back maybe to 40, maybe to 39. He gets at least back to midfield, which is huge.
All right, so it's 1st and 10 now for Tottenville at their own 49-yard line. They get the ball back after the mishandled snap on the punt play. And Frank Messina back to throw on 1st down. Gets some pressure, moves to the right, dumps it off. He's got a man. It's complete to Roman Smith, but on the ground. Smith couldn't hang on, and it'll go as an incomplete pass. And we've seen a lot of everything. There's a flag down at the 33-yard line. The back judge dropped the flag. Let's see what the call is on that play.
Man, it's a lot of hitting going on the out there. I'm
Tottenville clapping, so apparently, and Mike Camardisi none too happy with what he's hearing from the field. So it looks as though it'll go. Well, it's going to go against Tottenville. They're going to walk it back a couple of yards. Let's see here what they decide to do. Well, they go back to the original line of scrimmage. Referee will make the call for us. It is against Canarsie. It's a hold on the defense. And that should be an automatic first down. No, it's not an automatic first down. We'll see where they move the ball. And they'll move it to the 41-yard line. It'll be a first down.
All right, we got to work now.
Some of the rules in high school a little bit different, and the league rules can be different as well.
Absolutely. A lot of rules are different. A lot of times we're learning as we go.
First and 10 at the 41. Tottenville. Messina looking to throw, but under pressure. He'll dump it off. He's got a man. Okendo. It's incomplete. Check that. Danny Delbero, the receiver downfield. Messina chased and dumped, and it'll be second and 10. Kurt Clouden right there. You know, it's been a day of turnovers and missed opportunities on both sides. Let's show you some of the things that have happened here just in the last 20 or 25 minutes of play. Early on, this is the fumble by Jonathan Pitt-Combs just after halftime, and the long return on the play by Ronell Cummings.
And it's time for the second turnover right there.
And the pass, as we come back to live action for Roman Smith on the right side, and they rule it completed. He's at the first down marker. He's going to be a little bit short. They're going to spot the ball at the 31-yard line. It's as though he'll be about a yard short of a first down. Inside 5 minutes to play in regulation. The officials huddling, and they call for a stoppage so that they can spot the ball and measure if necessary over on the far sideline.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens. They're going to spot the ball where his knees were down or where the ball was, because he was turned around facing Messina when they got the ball. When he got the ball and he takes his knee, the ball's actually behind the first down marker. But the official gave him a favorable mark. He was falling forward. That's only in the NFL that you can fall forward.
Where one knee equals 2 feet.
Coach is trying to help him out. Coach is trying to help him out. He's looking at it. Coach says, you don't see it properly.
A little guidance from Coach Jim Munson there. They spot the ball, check it against the chain, and they'll call it a first down.
Coach Munson gives his approval.
Yeah. Takes the headset off. He's okay for now. You don't think emotions run high in high school sports? Keep an eye on these two coaches. Jim Munson, Mike Cameronese, we enjoyed talking with them before kickoff today. Both men have been with their respective schools for a long time. They put a lot of heart and soul into it. No one's making a ton of money to coach high school football, not even in New York City. They do it for the love of the game and the love of these young people. And it is a great sight to see. We have thoroughly enjoyed it here today. First and 10, Tottenville. They're at the Canarsie 31-yard line. Messina back to throw on first down. Looks left side. He's got a man open. Nearly picked off. Great coverage by Kurt Clouden, the senior defensive back, right there. Intended receiver Delbero. It'll be second and 10.
Well, what they're doing is they're trying to get the interception. They're jumping in the air to get the ball. In this case right here, he could almost set his feet and make the catch, but he's jumping and running backwards. It's hard to keep the ball in focus when you're jumping, especially when you're falling backwards.
Now, this is a nice play. It's a cool day here, but this is a time in the fourth quarter you might think Canarsie's defense would be starting to wear down. No huddle. The play moves very quick.
No, not at all. These guys are looking forward to it. They're excited about playing. And again, that's what Coach talked about. Our defense is what's going to win this game for us. And he's right. The running shooters having a tough time again.
The distance, I do believe.
Yep, that's what it's going to be.
Personal foul roughing the passer, half the distance to the goal. That'll place it at the 10-yard line. It'll be first down for Tottenville with 4:32 to play.
Well, right now, I think a little bit of the emotion is taking over the game a little bit, and Canarsie definitely wanting to hit him. Oh, that's right on the edge there. I'm not going to say that's NFL. NFL now is a big fine. He'll be getting something from Dean Washington, but in high school sports, that's pretty close to being right close to it, but he did take a head shot at him, and I got to stick with the officials and give him the call.
Number 51, Alice Stedman called for the penalty, so it's first down. Looks as though they cannot get a first. We'll call it first and goal on the 10-yard line. Messina back to pass, shoots it left side into the end zone, over the head of Danny Delbero, incomplete.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting right here to see what happens. Is Coach going to call Messina's number every time, put it in the air? Is he going to go to pick home and say, well, you know what, let's try to run it a couple times to get it closer? We both know that both teams are having trouble picking the ball, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. He's 10 for 22, 196 yards and a touchdown, no interceptions for Coach. He's riding. We're going to see. We've got to see what's going to happen. What's going to happen?
Well, Jonathan Pitt-Combs hasn't had a carry on this series. He's in the game at tailback. Last series, he carried every play when they ended up not getting into the end zone. Second and 10 now at the 10-yard line. Second and goal for Tottenville, trailing by 3. They led all the way until Canarsie got their 4th touchdown of the day a few moments ago. 4:09 to go. Clock stopped on the incompletion. Messina looks like he wants to throw. Gives it to Pitcombs to the 5. Spins to the 4-yard line. So Jonathan Pitcombs brought down by Lawson.
Great run after, great yards after contact. Pitcombs is hit almost in the backfield. He wiggles free from one hit, gets up a couple more yards. Another guy hits and puts his hands down, spins in the air to get another couple of yards. He is definitely a big-time running back. I like what he's doing out there, and he's doing a great job.
Clock stopped. Jonathan Pitcombs over on the far sideline talking to his coach. It's like a timeout taken by Tottenville. The 4-minute warning has passed, actually, rather than a timeout, so that is the stoppage of the clock. The 4-minute warning in the ball game. With 3:56 to go in regulation, Tottenville is knocking on the door. Snapple proud to support the Snapple MVP Awards for today's PSAL Football Championship. They'll make a contribution to each school's sports and physical education departments. The name of the student-athlete selected from both teams as the outstanding performers in today's game.
It's going to be a hard thing to pick the outstanding performer. Just pick one kid. There's a lot of guys out there making plays, and that's exciting. That's what you want to see, and that's what's great about high school football. Everybody gets a chance to play, and you get a lot of starts.
3rd down and goal. Messina play fake. Throws short. He's got his man. Touchdown. Diego Oquendo. The guy's done everything but park cars here today. Scores to put Tottenville back out in front.
Diego Oquendo saves the touchdown earlier on the tackle. Goes out and gets the running back. He saves it, makes sure that it doesn't get in the end zone. Turns around and comes right back on the next series and scores the touchdown. That's a big swing for him. That's like a 12-point swing.
And remember, he blocked the kick and ran it in for the touchdown on the first series of the day today on special teams.
He's getting some touchdowns. He's done a little bit of everything. So this is going to be an interesting game all the way around. There'll be a lot to talk about. Both of these schools are going to be proud of the effort they're putting forward. This is great action.
D'Albero to kick the point after. Again, it's good. He's 4 for 4 on the day. So, with less than 4 minutes to play in regulation, Tottenville retakes the lead, 28-24. We'll be back with more of the PSAL High School Championship game on Yes. Point after, they retake the lead. Howard Cross, Mike Camardisi. What does Canarsie do here to answer?
They do what they've been doing the entire game. They run the ball. They're doing a great job moving it. You got 2 great running backs moving the ball. You don't panic. You don't get upset. You make sure you get first downs. And with these guys, first downs equal touchdowns because they can just blow it out at any time. Fleming can take it the distance. Schultz can take it the distance. And right now, they got it's very dangerous because Schultz is back here to return the kick.
Schultz, Chris McCary, and Doyen Grant, one of the senior wingbacks, are the 3 deep receivers standing around the 15-yard line for Canarsie. Danny D'Albero wants someone to hold the ball on the tee for him because the wind has been a factor definitely here today.
They possibly could get the ball past the 30, maybe to the 40-yard line without even trying here.
A bouncer down the middle. It'll be taken by Doyen Grant at the 20-yard line. Up over the 30 to the 35 and down on the far sideline at about the 36. So the bouncer fielded by Doyen Grant. Jamal Shoulders has been one of the big stories today for Canarsie. He's been very effective on the ball.
As you see him right there, there's a great blocking against him. And then the old okey-doke, nice run on the punt return. You see him taking the ball down to the like 5-yard line. And again, a guy going after his leg, steps over, takes the ball down, showing the great speed and the power. You got to love that. Canarsie has a good running back right there in Schultz.
A sophomore. He's put up impressive numbers, been very strong today. Played a lot of defense. Right now, though, it's Elijah Fleming, the junior tailback in the game, number 2. He scored 2 touchdowns. Tries the middle on first down, gets 2 yards, and gets thrown back. Jonathan Edone, one of the tackles for the Tottenville Pirates, there to throw him back. Julian Myers there as well. 2nd down 8 after the pickup of 2.
I know it's a little early to start thinking about next year, but next year you got both running backs back.
Yeah. Oh.
That's big.
Canarsie should have a terrific ball club next year. Tottenville also. They have good football tradition, certainly at both schools. Yep. Tottenville has won this PSAL championship in 1997. Canarsie never has, and Canarsie certainly with a great opportunity here today. Schulters today, 19 carries, 1 2 touchdowns. It's been a great day for the sophomore. Here he is left side on 2nd down, up to the 40. Pickup of another 2.5 yards. He'll stay inbounds. Clock moves. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Well, Tottenville's playing with some inspired defense here. They're trying to make a stop. It's 3rd and 5. They need to come up with a stop right here to have a chance to, to preserve their lead. If they get a first down, it's not like the game's over, but they want to make the stop. 3 and out is what you really want, or in this case, sometimes 4 and out is what you want.
Clock moving, 2.5 to go in the 4th quarter. Canarsie at their own 40-yard line, 3rd down and 5. 2 timeouts left for each ball club. They'll come slot right, 2 wideouts to the right side. Leston Charles and Jamal Shoulders in the backfield. Jude Pramus, the quarterback, wears number 7, positioning his backs in the pro set. He'll throw. Rare pass today. Looks deep down the middle, and it's way overthrown. Nearly picked off back there by Willis Howell.
And that right there was a very surprising call. He getting his back split so he can get some blocking, and he throws the ball not for a first down. He goes for everything. He goes for the big plays for the end zone.
Now 2:06 to play. 4th down and 5. Canarsie at their own 40-yard line. Game. Now Mike Camberdisi wants his timeout. He wants more than just the stoppage off the incompletion to talk this one over.
Well,
they must figure this is their last opportunity.
Well, they're very fired up about it. They can't really punt it because with Tottenville's ability to throw the ball downfield, which, you would think they wouldn't, but again, it's a run and shoot. You would think they'd hand off to Pitt Combs and they'd run it every time. They may not run it every time. They might just throw it downfield and go for another score. You got to take this chance right now to try to win the game.
And Tottenville's made a couple of big mistakes today. They put the ball on the ground when they've had opportunities to maybe salt this one away.
That's true. They have put the ball on the ground a couple times, but at the same time, they come up with a couple big stops that would have definitely cost them the game because you got those running backs, Shoulders and Fleming. They're both running the ball well. Again, you got their defense of Tottenville making big plays, coming up big, making just those game-saving or touchdown-saving tackles. So this is a big play for both teams. We need to stop by both teams. We need to stop by Tottenville. We need a first down by Canarsie. It's just, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm really excited just to see what's going to happen this next play.
Jude Pramus is 3 of 8 passing for 72 yards on the day. 4th and 5, Canarsie. They're trailing by 4. 2 minutes to play. Pramus to throw. He's got time. Dumps it off. Nearly picked off by Diego Okendo. It's incomplete. And it'll go over to Tottenville on down. Okendo knew he almost had the clincher right there.
Well, right there, he had the time to throw the ball. He looks up the middle of the field to his receiver in the middle, but he has his back drifting out of the backfield to his left. Doesn't even take a look at him. He knows where he wants to go with the ball. It's kind of hard. He doesn't, like I said, not really throwing the ball a lot all year long. He doesn't have the ability to look a guy off or to pad a guy and pump a guy deep. He's having a hard time. He has to look for the guy, look for the spot that he thinks is going to be there. Diego
Okendo, 5 catches, 99 yards. He's had 3 scores on the day to put Tottenville in command. 28-24, 2:01 to play. First down, Jonathan Pitcombs on the carry. Breaks free down to the 33-yard line. Pick up 7. It'll be 2nd and 3 for Jonathan Pitcombs. James Lawson, one of the Canarsie Chiefs there on the tackle. We also saw number 71 in there, and he's been all over the place, Omar Benaim, for the Canarsie Chiefs. And Canarsie needs some help now because it's 2nd and 3. Tottenville with the ability to run the ball, take time off the clock.
Well, the big thing here is that you notice they got a big first down run there. Got 7 yards on it. The clock hasn't stopped, and I'm telling you, they're going to bleed the clock for every second they can get right here before they snap it. And that's what you're supposed to do in the end of the game.
Frank Messina will give it to Pitcombs. Left side again, close to a first down. Gets the first down and more. He's to the 23-yard line. So Jonathan Pitcombs should be up over 200 yards today. Lionel Cummings with the saving stop, but that's a first down. It'll move the sticks and stop the clock for the reset with 1:15 left here in the 4th quarter. So Tottenville, after Canarsie had taken the lead 24-21, they came back to retake the lead, kick the point after it's a 4-point lead. And you can see that Jim Munson starting to celebrate now. We understood that there were still 2 timeouts for Canarsie here. They haven't taken one as yet. And the quarterback Messina will take a knee with 57 seconds to play.
Coach Munson and those guys are really excited. You see, if you can see the other sideline over there, they are going nuts. It's been a good game, a hard-fought battle by both teams. And Coach Munson, oh, baby.
The water bag. Not good on a day when the wind chill is 25 degrees.
That right there might take a smile off your face. That's a little nippy. But Coach Munson seems like he's still having a good time. I'm happy for both guys.
Loss of 2, 2nd and 12. Messina will take a knee again. It looks as though Canarsie will not stop the clock. Jim Munson and his Tottenville Pirates on their way to their 2nd PSAL championship. Their first championship in 1997. It'll be 3rd down and 14. 15 seconds to go. The clock winding down. Mike Cabardisi will not stop the clock for Canarsie. It looks as though Tottenville will earn the championship of the Public Schools Athletic League in the city of New York. And the Tottenville Pirates are the 2003 PSAL champions.
Yeah.
That's what you play for, Howard Cross.
That's more than what you play for. That is excellent. You gotta love that.
The Pirates from Staten Island, very excited. The head coaches shaking each other's hands at midfield. Frank Messina on the ground, just over the moon about what he's accomplished with his ball club today. We'll be right back with more here on Yes. Champions. They win it 28-24 with Howard Cross. I'm Rick Benjamin. Wild ball game, plenty of excitement. We welcome the winning head coach, Jim Munson of the Tottenville Pirates. Coach, congratulations on a great win.
Thank you very much. Oh, man, it was a great win. There were 2 great football teams going at it today. And that Canarsie team is a great football team. They got a great coach staff, and they showed a lot of heart and a lot of character. But we just, you know, we came back in the 4th quarter.
You led most of the way. Canarsie took the lead from you late in the ball game. How worried were you at that point?
Well, we were worried. We've never been behind in the 4th quarter, and like I said, we knew we were going to come up and make some plays, but we just had to keep believing in ourselves and keep believing in that what we were going to do and keep running our offense. And we made a good stand on defense, and we were fortunate enough to get that touchdown on 3rd down.
Coach Munson, Howard Cross, man, you put the run and shoot. Did you expect to run it that much today?
Well, we've got a great running back in Jonathan Pickcombs, number 4, and that's our game plan, Howard. We're going to run it first. We're going to run it first, and then we're going to pass it. You know, if they can stop our run, well, then we're going to throw with Frank Messina and all the wide receivers we have. But, you know, nobody's been able to stop Jonathan Pickcombs yet. And, you know, we keep running it, man. We'll stretch you and run it up in there.
How big was Diego Oquendo, though, for you today? He did everything but drive the bus here.
Yeah, Diego made some great plays, and he's a great football player. He made that great one-handed catch down there, and then he was all over the field on defense. And then he had that. This guy's telling me to keep looking. I'm sorry. I'm so excited. He had that great play down there in the touchdown.
One more question, Coach. This is your 2nd championship for the Tottenville Pirates. Which was more meaningful? Is this sweeter than the first time around?
Well, they're both sweet. I'll tell you, the first one was unbelievable. We had a great team. In 2001, you know, we weren't that good. And these guys really worked and really worked to become a great football team. So, you know, this is gratifying. This is very, very gratifying and satisfying.
Well, Coach, you got your quarterback coming back next year, so I believe you might have another shot at it. What do you look like for next time?
I'll tell you what, Howard, I ain't thinking past when we get home, but I'll tell you Monday we're going to be in the weight room, and we're going to get ready to go again.
All right.
That's dedication.
I like it. I like it.
Thank you, fellas.
Thanks, Coach Jim Munson, head coach of the Tottenville Pirates, champions of the PSAL here in 2003, their 2nd championship under Jim Munson. Our Snapple players of the game, we referred to him a moment ago for the Tottenville Pirates, Diego Oquendo. He had the 3 touchdowns. Jamal Schulters for Canarsie. Schulters ran for more than 120 yards and a couple of scores. Certainly a terrific day for both of these fine players. Well, it's been a wild one, Howard Cross, and a great win for Tottenville.
You got to love it, man. That's what you want. You want the championship game to be exciting on all phases, and that's what it was.
We saw a lot of great action here today. Hope you enjoyed our coverage on Yes. Our final score, Tottenville wins the title. They defeat Canarsie 28-24. For Howard Cross and our entire Yes crew, I'm Rick Benjamin. This game has been a presentation of the Yes Network.
Lets it fly towards the end zone. Touchdown!
No fear with the basketball. Goes by force. Right to the basket. Lays it up and in. Lightning quick.
buddy. You did it. Burn it all.
Hey, Michael.
That's two, baby. I love you with all my heart.
That's two, boss.
That's a great job. Congratulations. That's your first one, bro.
First one. Now that is New York City football, although I swore at the end of the game I was on a casting call for The Sopranos watching that. But that's New York. Staten Island versus Brooklyn, city championship, heart, guts, all the emotions. That's what makes high school football so great. Hey, everybody, and thanks for hanging with us once again on High School Weekly. I'm Mike Quick. So that's right where we're going to begin. And out to Midwood Field in Brooklyn we go for our High School Weekly Tri-State Area Football Game of the Week. As the top two seeds in the New York City Public School League went after the title, Canarsie was seeking its first piece of city hardware since 1981. For Tottenville, their most recent crown came in '97, and Pirates head coach Jimmy Munson was hungry for another one.
How do you want to be remembered? How does this group want to be remembered?
Well, they wanted to be remembered by playing good specialty teams, and that's what they did just moments into the game. Senior Diego Oquendo blocks the Canarsie punt, and just a minute and 4 seconds in, it was 7-0 Pirates. Late in the quarter, the Staten Island school begins an 8-play, 49-yard march with Jonathan Pitt-Coombs getting all 8 carries. His final touch, from 1 yard out, the senior with 197 yards on the day, and Tottenville had a 14-0 lead. But just 5 plays later, this thing turned into a ball game. Canarsie Jr. Elijah Fleming, 14-yard touchdown, PAT block 14-6. Final play of the half, wild, 4th and goal, Pitt-Coombs stops, gives it to Frank Messina. He tries to throw it, no good, so it stayed 14-6 at the break. Second half, Canarsie standout sophomore Jamal Schulter would go to work. Takes the punt with his face guard and all, gets to the outside, picks up 44 yards to set up a 1st and goal from the 3. Where 4 plays later, they give it to the 5'9", 155-pound 10th grader. He bangs in from 3 yards out. The 2-point try was no good, so Tottenville still led by 2. And it took the Pirates just 2 plays to get back in the end zone. Oquendo, a great catch on a perfect throw from Frank Messina. 21-12 Tottenville. It took the Chiefs just 2 plays to answer that score. Schulter, 43 of his 186 all-purpose yards. Again, the 2-point try was no good, so Tottenville lead was 3. Late in the third, it looked like the Pirates would put the Chiefs away. Messina to LaShawn Paul. He makes the great catch. Throw on a face mask at the end of the play, and the play covers 66 yards down to the Canarsie 12. But on the next play, the Pirates would fumble, and Fleming at the other end makes them pay. The 14-yard touchdown as the Brooklyn school had its first lead of the day, 24-21. 5 minutes left, Tottenville goes on a 7-play drive. Messina to Oquendo, hooked up twice. It was the second one that was used. With 3:44 left, the 4-yard touchdown giving Tottenville a 28-24 lead. Canarsie has one last chance. But Oquendo there to break up the pass as Tottenville wins their first city title in 7 years. All right, this week's High School Weekly MVP goes to a true warrior, Diego Oquendo from Tottenville, who was all over the field today. Buddy, congratulations.
Thank you.
It's got to be great, your final high school game. To play in this game and to play the way you did, it's got to be a memory you'll have forever.
I'm going to love this memory. I'll never forget it to the day I die. I swear, I never won a championship in my life, and I'm here. We finally here. It took me 3 years. 3 years on the losing streak. We come back and take it this year, undefeated. That's what I love about this, man. We love it all. My team, I mean, not my team, the team, our team, we all won.
That is one intense dude, and a couple of tough guys will be going at it at Giant Stadium Friday night for the Parochial Group 4 State Championship. Bosco and Bergen Catholic meet again for the state title. We're going to show you free from the National Football League.
Your heart, your desire, your determination.
The Jets have selected 12-year Tottenville coach Jimmy Munson, who led his Pirates to the New York City title 2 days after Thanksgiving, beating Canarsie. It was the second championship for the 1983 Tottenville alum. The Giants winner is named in memory of legendary Union coach Lou Rotino, and this week's winner, Jim Bonanno. You just saw him as he led his Beckton school to an unbeaten 12-0 record, beating Bogota for the sectional title on Monday, the first ever sectional title for the 9. When we come back, it's time for our downtown